Hello and welcome to Fire Them Cannons episode 34. And we come a little humbled, a little somber, a little irritated, a little enraged, a little sad, a little bit of everything because we lost. We lost to Manchester United. And we're not feeling the greatest right now. You know, we're not feeling the greatest. Some of us said respect football and anything can happen. Some of us were very confident, very, very, very confident. But before we get into it, please hit that like button as it helps support the channel. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Please subscribe if you hit the QR codes in the bottom left and the bottom right. And first thing on the agenda with my co-host here, Anton. Sorry, I didn't introduce you, Anton.
That's all
He
good.
has a couple things he wanted to get off his chest in wake of the little upset.
Yeah, look, I'll repeat myself on this many times just because I think now there's not. I'm just waiting for some people to come in to the chat. I'll repeat myself when David is here. Oh, by the way, at the top of the hour, which at the moment is 5 minutes from now, we are expecting David Speaks Football to come and be a very special guest on our show. We only have him for half an hour, so we really thank him for giving us his time, and so that's gonna be something that we're looking forward to. But look, I'll just play this. This is kind of what I was saying on. Sorry. When we spoke last time, and this was my predictions for the game.
How about you, Anton? Who do you think? What do you think the score's going to be?
Look, just because
and who do you think
Lou
is going to
is
score?
here, I'm not going to
Say,
shy
just be
away.
honest. Just be honest.
Okay, this is this. I've stuck with this since the last week.
Mm-hmm.
The same score we had against Tottenham, the same score we had against Aston Villa. It was 4-1 to the Arsenal. And
4-1.
When I say this, you need to take context into key. At halftime against Villa, it was 0-0, right? I do think this will be quite a close game for a certain point in time, but I do think in the second half, I think Arsenal will lift. It could be 1-1 at halftime, to be honest, but I do think in the second half, we could lift our game, and I think we could, just score a few in quick succession towards the back end.
Do you know what
game,
mistake you're
and I think
making?
that we might win.
I don't
You're
think
judging it as a normal game. It's not a normal game. It is a derby. All the
Okay, I've heard enough. That basically the crimes of that video have already been committed by me. Oh my god, oy vey. But you know what? To be fair to everybody, before I do go into my apologies, that is what I expect from the Arsenal. Like, let's not get away from the fact that that is the level that I expect from this team, and we severely. By the way, I've been sugarcoating the last couple of weeks. And I've been overlooking what's been going on in front of my eyes. Big up to my boy Cal, because the first apology that I need to make is to him. He had a meltdown similar to mine. If anybody, but not as dramatic as mine, because I'm a bit of a.
Oh, it was a bit worse on the text because we were chatting. Just not straight.
And I was telling Cal, dude, you're overreacting. Everything is going to be fine. We're going to kick on from here. We're going to get better next week. It's 7 points clear. And Cal was seeing things not to do with 7 points clear. Maybe I was missing the point in the performance of the team, the desire, the hunger, that the nervousness, the mentality is the word that Cal used in his video the other day. That was lacking in Arsenal's performances. Big opportunities to really take this league by storm, and we have fluffed it. It's 4 points. It could have been 12. But I'm not going to get scared away from the apology that I need to make to football. Dear football, my biggest apologies. I underestimated you. I thought that this would be a cakewalk. I've said many things. If I had the time, I would go through all of the compilation of things I've said on the Football Terrace and on this program and on HotSport over the last 5 months. I said a lot of things. Some things still can be true, like the Arsenal never dropping out of first place. I still hold on to that one. But yeah, I said it would be easy. I kept saying, I'm like, I'm begging you guys, please give us a challenger. We got a challenger. We had two challengers actually, and then when they started to fade away, I started saying, "Nah, this thing is 90%." Me and Cal were having a conversation. He was actually Cal was giving Arsenal a big credit, and he was saying, I think it's a 70% likelihood that Arsenal win the league from here. This was prior to us to prior to even the Thunderdome with Lou.
Yeah, this was
And
prior
I
to us losing to Manchester United.
Yeah. And I said, no, it's 90% because I just don't think that the rest of the competition is good enough. I don't think our challengers are serious. And I just think that we're going to be too consistent over the season. Now, it still could be true. I'm not giving up on the fact that we're going to win the league, but we need to fix up and we're going to talk about all the different things that need to be spoken about today. It's going to be a heavy one. It's going to be a fun one. So strap yourselves in, but yeah, I apologize. Football is a humbler, ladies and gentlemen. I need to apologize to Manchester United. I overlooked them. They gave us the warning signs, the way that they were playing against Man City the week before, and I kind of thought it was a one-off. And I thought there was no way that they come to our stadium and they beat us. But man, this team, I don't know what's wrong with this team right now. Something that like the fact that, and we'll get into the analysis of the game, and we definitely deserve that, so we kind of can just break this thing down. But the fact that we had a full squad for the first time this year, we had the full pickings of 25 men, all available, and this is our first display with a full fit squad. How the hell we are giving spaces to the likes of Dorgu and the likes of Cunha to
Anyway, before we get into that,
away.
a couple of things. First of all, need to just say big up to Tone. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to Grant. I think this is the first time you've chatted, I think. And Tone says I didn't have a meltdown because I braced for this. Yep. I was bracing for it as well. That's why I was pretty conservative. I said 2-1 to the Arsenal because I didn't predict a draw or a loss because in my mind it was a must win. But they let us down more than I could have ever imagined. I was angry. I was angry. I was disappointed. I was enraged last week. This week I was just depressed. Honestly, I was just depressed. You said he wasn't angry, he was disappointed. Yeah, that was me. I failed to this team has failed too many mental blocks for me to believe. To be honest with you, dude, I don't blame any Arsenal fan for doubting us at this point in time. I don't. Because you're allowed to feel how you feel. And we need to remember, I won't be gaslit by rivals. I won't be gaslit by the positive rivals and the negative rivals. I won't be told, hey, like when I was in a title race with my team, this always used to happen. Well, with all due respect, when you see your team lift like 10 league titles, you're a little more comfortable seeing them drop points the way we do. When you haven't seen your team won, you're a little more nervous. So I'll never begrudge Arsenal fans who are a little upset right now and are feeling the pressure. Sunderland, Chelsea, Aston Villa, United. Yes, list of games that we should have won.
Yeah, 2 of them were draws. The Aston Villa United ones, both of them hurt.
Yeah,
those ones were the moments this season where I felt
Aston Villa and Sunderland. We lost in the dying minute.
Sunderland hurt as much, but that was our first really blip of the whole season, so I wasn't really too panicky at the time. So
yeah. This team is relying too much on luck than actual skills, i.e., set piece, own goals, penalties. I will say this, and this is something when I broke down the Inter Milan game. First goal this was the 3-1 against Inter Milan. First goal, scuff shot by Timber. That Gabriel Jesus it landed in front of him and he scored. Second goal, header across. Trossard's header literally hit the crossbar, beat all the defenders, and dropped to Jesus' head. Third goal, Victor Gyökeres kicks the ball into Saka and scores. So yeah, it was those were
fortuitous. He gets the ball
fortuitous.
back and then scores a beautiful worldly of a shot.
It was a good goal, but like is it was a bit of luck in that one as well. Big up, guys. Big up to Nate the Gunner. Big up to you, friend. In Carrick we trust. Who is this?
From I think it's from the Luke community or from David's community. So.
In Carrick we trust. Has to be a Manchester United fan. Nate the Gunner. Honestly, I think we were that bad.
I didn't.
Oh,
think
you
we were that
don't.
bad.
We did. We controlled the game. Our attack has been poor for weeks. Manchester United taught 2 screamers and we donated the goal. One of the goals should have been disallowed. I 100%. Hold on. Let me finish. I 100% disagree. We were terrible. We were good for the first 20 minutes of the game. When Zubamendi made that mistake, which he's allowed to make, I say, because he hasn't made many mistakes this season, we completely crumbled. That space that Manchester United has gotten, that those screamers, how many screamers have we conceded this season? I swear we concede the most screamers this season. We just let
sticks out to my head is one.
We just let teams like just get shots at the edge of the box. That's the same goal was scored against us against Inter scored the same goal. Like
what's terrifying though for me in this way, because a lot of times I will do it again today, blame Mikel Merino. But this time what was scary was the Dorgu one happens with Zubamendi, and then the Cunha one happens with Merino. So it doesn't matter the personnel.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These are Premier League players, guys. I know we like to have this superiority complex, you know, as Arsenal fans or as even big 6 teams. These are professional footballers. You give them space to shoot, they will shoot and they will score. Like, you can't do that. And we do it a lot this season. We're doing it too much. Don't make me laugh while he doesn't agree with Nate.
He's on his way.
And Carrick Trust says, who said the stubborn manager has gone? Arteta is more stubborn than Amarim. Well, that's just not true. That's just not true. Amarim had a 30% win rate, and he still wouldn't change.
One thing I'd say about Arteta actually is, and we're going to talk more about it, I think, as we unpack this game a little bit more. But I thought that this game, the way Arteta completely mishandled the game, but I wouldn't call it because he's like stubborn or anything. He actually, I feel like, went the other way. He went a little bit too extreme, too quickly, went too overboard. The 4 subs at one time for me showed panic and showed weakness and showed Man United that, hey, we've got Arteta rattled. I think there are so many aspects of the way that Arteta kind of like switched the tactics so quickly and over and over again that like, it was a bit crazy. But guys.
Before let's just finish these before we get our special guest on. Nate says it seems that we got into good positions, then last pass or always misplaced overhead, etc. But we controlled possession and territory. I think we held possession, but I didn't feel that we were in control of that game. Once we went down, big up boys. Tone says can't handle a team that presses, can't handle a team that sits back and absorb. Yeah, it's like
on the next comment from Nate. When David, our guest, we don't know who it is, but comes on.
Katan says, let me just rattle through this one. Katan says, first time felt our midfield was empty. There was no coordination between our defenders and midfielders. Exactly, we had Saliba progressing the ball mostly. Zubi's allowed to give away another goal. What the fuck? I say he's allowed because he hasn't made that many mistakes. So I'm not blaming the entire performance on Zubamendi. That's why I say he's allowed. I'm not saying he should be able to do it. I'm saying I'm not gonna crash it on Zubamendi like if he's the only person. That was my intention by saying that. Trossard should have had a start bench. Forrest Martinelli should have started against United. This manager has got the matchup so wrong, 100%. Nate says we can't be 100% tight at the back and the midfield and then complain we're not attacking enough. If we attack more, spaces opens up. Yeah, but our attack also didn't look good.
I think, to be honest, I think Nate is got a bit of a good balance here. I think he's saying both things.
But I think
he makes some good points.
But what were we doing with the ball, though? It's not like we were creating a lot of chances.
Yeah, well, that's again the other side to this. We were shit when we were attacking. We committed to the attack. We just weren't good. We weren't clinical with it.
Fans like David wanted Mourinho over Carrick. Well, Mourinho's had a couple of good performances.
Laughing in backstage, by the way, he's cackling.
Arteta doesn't have the cojones. Yeah, I mean, I really hope he does. Um, and with that, you're getting called out. And with that,
All right, guys. Before I introduce to him, for everybody who doesn't know, first of all, my very, very close friend, Cal's very, very close friend, Arsenal's number one hater. He has been waiting. He has been waiting so hard to see Arsenal start to crumble. And where did you have it that it was his team that decided to do that for him? Of all the teams, it was almost like a gift. I don't know when David's birthday is, but that was almost like a birthday present. Yeah, so I've got something to play. This was David, by the way, before we bring him on, the other day on his own channel. This was him talking about Arsenal. This was his reaction to Arsenal against Manchester United.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my goodness. Arsenal are the funniest club in the world, isn't it? Arsenal are the funniest club in the world, I have to say, man. They're scared. Simple as that. They are scared. They're scared to take what's there to be taken. This is their Premier League this year. They've been the best team so far, but they are scared. I'm a Manchester United fan, and of course this is going to be about Manchester United, but I have to start with scary Arsenal. Scary Arsenal. They're scared of taking what's rightfully theirs. I mean, I've never seen a team want to draw a game so bad. I've never seen a team not want to lose a game so bad. Arsenal are not going to win the Premier League. They're just not. And it stems from this. It stems from now. Manchester United, we are always going to be the club that ruins everything for you. We're always going to be the club that puts an obstacle in your way. And yes, Gooners Therapy. I don't know which one of you are in here, but thanks for being here. It's probably Realist Dan, because he's the only one that would pop up here. Man, your manager, right? He's done a fantastic job to get you where you are. He's done a fantastic job. I give him that, right? But you're right. And if it is you, Realist Dan, you're right. He's built the house, but he cannot get the roof on because he's a pussy, old bruv. That's why. I don't care if my live gets cancelled. I don't know what the rules are. He's shook, bruv. This guy plays for draws in the games that you need to eat people. You need to eat teams like us right now. But you don't eat. You're not hungry for it. Arsenal are not scary. They're scared. And that should be the title of this video. You got all these content creators calling them scary, getting loads of views with Arsenal. I hear it. It's a business. That's how it runs. But to me, Arsenal are scared. Their manager is scared. And let's be honest, their fan base are going to be very scared after what happens today. What a result for Manchester United. That's enough about Arsenal.
And we present to you, to the stage, the one, the only, David Speaks Football in the house.
That was scathing. I actually watched that entire thing before. And I have to admit, like, I think a lot of fans doing a lot of theatrics and props and stuff like that. But in terms of banter, I think I rate that a 10 out of 10. Because there's always the ones that sting the most is when it's sprinkled with a little bit of truth. Because that's a take I can't disagree with. Well, I disagree with the fact that I think Arsenal are going to win the league, but it's not absurd to think that we're not, especially as a Manchester United fan. Big up to you, David. Big up to you.
I can't believe you played that. I can't believe you played that. To
I had
be
a
honest.
surprise for you. I had to get you. To get you riled up, get you fired up.
Yeah, even watching myself back, I'm like, that's pretty ruthless. But
when you said, dude, when you were just like, I don't care if I get the Moses dies, he's a pussy, old fam.
Yeah, I know. I just lost it. I just absolutely lost
Dude,
it.
I love the venom, bro.
Man, listen, any Man United Arsenal game, especially for someone who's born in the 90s, like I am, is huge. It's huge.
It's to be honest, it's like this is probably gonna piss off probably a lot of people that live in London, but for me personally, it's bigger than Tottenham versus Arsenal. For me,
Mm.
it just feels like it just feels like a bigger occasion because it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter
mean,
what
yeah.
state you
That's actually
what
a good question, David. Can I see the one person I actually think he's the one person who's going to actually agree with you, Cal? Do you consider Arsenal or Man against Man United a derby or a rivalry? We
Yeah,
had this
I mean,
debate the other day.
you can't call it a derby technically, but like it's a massive game. There's no bigger game for me. And people will say you're not a Man United fan if you say that. Liverpool's a bigger game, Man City's a bigger game. But someone who's been born and raised in London, went school with a bunch of Arsenal fans, it's just in my blood to absolutely hate Arsenal. And when that game comes up and we win like we've just won, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
How you feeling, buddy?
Um,
How you feeling?
mate, I
Yeah.
feel, yeah, I mean, I feel great, right? I cannot believe that we won that game. I can't believe that we've won the 2 games in a row. But I mean, I'm here to talk about Arsenal, if I'm honest with you. You've played that,
Mm.
and I need to carry on the energy that I have. The
Okay.
truth is, you kind of deserve where you are. There's no luck in it, right? I'll be brutally honest with you. You deserve to be where you are. But for a team who I read today, 17th in the league for open play goals, Gyökeres, your top goal scorer, despite getting all this stick with 5 goals. I think your third top goal scorer is Mr. Own Goal.
Mm.
It's scathing stuff, really, isn't it? And you're still top of the league. You've titled this embarrassing. I think, shall I tell you who should be embarrassed? The rest of the Premier League. The way Arsenal are top of the league with those sort of statistics, the rest of the league should be embarrassed, man. The league is very competitive. I'm not saying this is an easy league, no, but someone should have stepped up. And I'm
David needs to
so glad that
apologize to football now, Cal.
Pardon?
I just made an apology to football. David's setting himself up.
Dude,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of chest.
The truth is for me, Arsenal. I don't know if they're going to go on and win it. To be honest, looking at it now, starting to get into that nervous street, and I think you're going to struggle against Leeds now. The mentality might start drifting towards, oh my God, are we going to lose this again? Are we going to bottle this again? And like Nate the Gunner said earlier, one of the goals should be disallowed. Even some of your fan base are being hypnotized into what this Arteta style of play. How can you want that Dorgu goal disallowed? If you
That
love
was a
football,
I
if you
don't
love football,
why
go
would it
for
be
it, Cal.
disallowed? I don't agree with I think we deserve that result. I don't think we dominated the game. I disagree with you when you say that, someone should step up and stop us. We have a couple tools in our arsenal that are unstoppable, like our set pieces. Obviously, we can't score them every single game. I think it was such a dominant piece. It was something because of Bukayo Saka's, Declan Rice's delivery. It's something that is so consistent, and it's something that you can practice, that we became so reliant on it. When it doesn't fall off, we look lost.
Mm.
It's like a puncher who's just relying on that on a strong right hook or something, and that's all they have, and it's taken them to, they've won so many fights with it, and as soon as it's not working because you're against an opponent that could nullify it, you don't know what to do. And I think that's Arsenal and the set pieces, yeah. And I do think this team has the ability, because has the ability and the tools to play much better football than we have been playing. We can play free flowing football if we wanted to. Because when I watched the performance against Chelsea, when we pressed the absolute fuck out of Chelsea in that
Mm.
game, yeah, we conceded, but to be honest with you, the football that we were playing was really good. It was front foot football. When we play like that in the cups, and then we go home in the Prem and we just we're just not, we don't have the attacking intent, and that's a problem for me. So for me, this is on the manager, because it's showing me that, okay, you can play attacking football, you can play football where we create more chances and we're on the front foot. You're just not choosing to do it in these games. And I think a lot of people also, just on the game itself, a lot of people were saying that we were just going to give the ball to Manchester United, and that was never going to happen. I think Carrick schooled Arteta in terms of his tactics. He sat back, and he was more dangerous. United was more dangerous on the counter attack, in my opinion. I don't think we created many clear cut chances at all, to be honest with you. So, big ups to Manchester United. You guys definitely deserve the win. I'm not going to sit here and say that you don't deserve it, because you do. Second good win in a row. So yeah, and to be honest with you, like going into the game, I said nervy 2-1 to the Arsenal, because I'm an Arsenal fan. I thought it was a must win. I will not say I predict a draw or loss to Manchester United at home. I can't say that, you know. So, but we lost.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well-
I hear you. I said this to Anton. Sorry, Anton, before you come in.
No,
I
all
said
good.
this to Anton when he came on that show that he took a clip from earlier. How do you feel about the way you play football now? Because Arsenal used to play the best football in the league under Wenger, and a few years ago under Arteta, right? The best football in the league without a shadow of a doubt, but they weren't winning anything. And the criticism was they need to be a bit tougher. They need to know the dark arts. They need to have a bit more nous in terms of how to win games that are tough to win. Arteta's done that for you guys. He has evolved you to the point where you do have more knowledge on how to win games that are difficult to win. I feel like he's gone too far the other way, Cal. Anton, I've already told this to, that's why I'm aiming this at you, Cal. I feel like he's gone way too far the other way, and he's forgotten how to play football. It's like, we could say all we want about Gyökeres, but it's not set up for him to be successful. If I was Gyökeres' agent, I think I'd sue Berta. I think I'd sue Arteta. I mean, he's genuinely set him up to absolutely ruin his career. I mean, he's got no chance in this team. Absolutely no chance. And yes, he has to do better. Yes, he has to create more for himself. But I've never seen a team pass, left, pass, right. I mean, I know recycling is a big deal on saving the planet, but Arsenal have taken it to a whole new level when it comes to recycling.
Dude, this is why you're on here. Top tier, man. Top shelf bands, bro.
Oh my god! I didn't see that one coming.
That was a good one. That was a headshot. That was a headshot.
But you tell me
has
what you
a
think.
reply- Nate actually has a reply for you. He says it hit the hand. It's the rules. It's not about wanting. It's about following the same rules that disallowed goals that scored in the past. Notice I said nothing about the Maguire handball. That's the rule. So
It wasn't conclusive. It wasn't conclusive. Sorry, just to reply to Nate, it wasn't conclusive. From one angle, it looked like the leg. The other angle, it maybe looked like the arm. You're not going to disallow a goal like that. All due respect, Nate, and I thank you for being here in the chat, supporting these guys and supporting everyone. Me here as well, right?
He's been one of our OGs. He's been here.
Yeah,
Since
so,
day
so,
one,
so it's all love, and it's all for the love of football, yeah. But we finally given your season ticket holders, Nate, something to enjoy, a real goal,
Here we
because
go.
dude, this
'cause
guy is
you haven't had a real goal like that in God knows how long. Even the grass, which you guys call the carpet at the Emirates, has thanked Dorgu for scoring something beautiful. So don't ask for that to be disallowed, Nate. That's anti-football, just like your manager. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
What do you think about the?
this
What do you
guy
think
is
about the
going
Harry
scorched
Maguire handball, though?
earth.
That's not denying a beautiful goal.
Wait, hold on.
He's
Before
trying
we
to
get
say
in,
it's disallowed, but yeah, go on. Sorry.
yeah,
No, so
just
what do
want
you
to
think about the Harry Maguire handball?
just Anton,
that
before-
wasn't disallowing a beautiful goal, but
Yeah. I just want to just catch up with the chat a little bit here. And Parker the Gooner, I think this is the first time you've chatted on here. He said, "Big up to the FTC, thanks, brother." He said, "Subna, please support Gooners." Yes, thank you. Please like, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you. Did it now? Come on, you Gunners. Hey, big up to you, buddy. Curtis, boring as fuck.
he's agreeing.
My
with
only-
Dave.
But 3 points, my only concern this season. Yeah. I think he was disagreeing with you, David.
Yeah.
Which is, I think a lot of Gunners would disagree with what you
Yeah,
just said.
of course they will.
Just a couple people chatting here. Matthew, I think this is the first time I can see you. You're a Liverpool fan, looks like.
No,
Look at how many
yeah,
number
Liverpool.
9s in the scoring charts hitting double figures. Haaland, Thiago, and Calvert-Lewin. Dude, number 9s. I'm telling you. And to be honest, I know you like David. You're saying that something's Arsenal playing bad football, but to be honest with you, based on just the league in total, number 9s aren't scoring. Like I think the low blocks, like teams are just desperate to just stay up in the league because of the money. So people are just trying to play for draws, and I don't think it's just the Arsenal. I think a lot of teams are settling for draws, and it's becoming kind of thick. It's becoming kind of thick. I think there's been,
by the way, there's been a bit of a false shot being taken at the Premier League this year. It's been going around the last week or so about the Premier League now being weaker than it's ever been. And my argument is that I think it's stronger than it's ever been. The lower teams have a better chance of picking up results against the higher teams as they've ever had. I mean, there's no Centurions in this year. Like Man City fans are sitting around talking about how that was the strongest the Premier League has ever been. Oh, look, there's a team capable of hitting 100 points. For me, it's like, well, that means all the other teams in the Premier League all rolled over for years. You know what I mean? There's no way that anybody's getting 100 points ever again. At least not in this in the next.
Not the teams have too much money in this league. Like Bournemouth is outspending Barcelona. Like we can't be doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got to respond to this because, with all due respect, and I know everyone argues Mourinho's past it, but Mourinho with your current team, I believe, would do just as well, if not better, than Arteta. So please respect.
One thing I'll say about Mourinho's teams is that when they attack, they were a lot more decisive with their counterattacks. They're a lot more direct. I don't feel like we attack with a purpose anymore. We're just
going through the motions.
Bottle up what's going on with the bottling right now. That would be it.
Yeah.
We are not decisive when we go forward. We are moving at side to side, out to the wings. We have no clue what we're wanting to do with each attack. It's becoming very apparent for me, at least over the next 3 weeks, which is why we're scoring off of own goals and corners at this point in time. Like, I gotta say, I have, again, this is gonna be part B of my apology, which is I have, because we were winning and it was doing so well, and people were saying things to me that I kind of just glazed over because we were winning. But in recent weeks, I'm starting to see that these things are actually problems. I wouldn't say the corners, because I think it's a great weapon that we've got at our disposal, but over relying on it, I think is an issue. Not the fact that we can do it; it's the fact that we rely
it should be another piece to what we do. It can't be the only piece, bro.
Because I agree.
Can I please stop having cheese in my sandwich by itself?
Me and David were talking.
Can I
about
have
this the other
something
day.
else, please?
Right.
We've been having cheese sandwiches for 6 months.
Yeah.
Me and David
Can
were
I
talking
have
about this
some
the other
tomato?
day when I was on his show, and David pointed out to me, compare Man United's goals with our goals. They scored 2 screamers. Okay, the Mbumo is a bit of a gift, but the other 2 were screamers, quality football, and ours is deflection, own goal off of Martinez. And then
waiting for the ref to check his watch.
Yeah.
Hey, a goal's a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me,
a goal is a goal. I do agree with that, by the way. I do agree.
No,
with
but
that.
but
it
I'm
was
sorry,
more your
but
attitude. It was more your attitude. You started really well, dominating the game, doing your recycling, right? And then you scored your goal, and it was like,
No,
I
we
don't
let
know,
you press us. No.
Yeah.
That's why Zubimendi made the mistake. We let you press us.
He also, that little 1-2 that Bruno and Dorgu were having before the Dorgu goal. Zubimendi should have got hold of that ball as well there.
Yeah, I literally said that before he came on.
He had a shocker, to be honest, and he's been
he's scared of Casemiro for some reason. The same thing happened in Europa League, remember? No, when I was thinking about that because when Lou came on, she's talking about Casemiro is gonna have a good game. I don't think I said Zubimendi, but because I didn't want to jinx it, but it was at the back of my mind. I'm like, surely he's not gonna have a bad game because Casemiro is on the pitch, and he did.
Said Declan Rice would have a great game, and I was way wrong.
Declan Rice hasn't had a good
game in the league for almost a month now.
Man's talking about Havertz's goal here. Come on, this is how desperate Nate the Gunner. Man. Listen, bro. You're talking about I swear, the last time Havertz played, I don't even know. I don't even think I was doing football content easily. No, last time
No,
Havertz
you
played was
weren't. You
over a
weren't.
year
You
ago.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
No,
talking about a Havertz goal
he
here.
came on twice this season. Come on, have some shame.
Did
He
he?
played a beautiful through ball
Yeah,
that we were all,
yeah.
frothing over.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, Anton. Please choose what you tell the fans next time. I'm a fan from 1999. Only supported Arsenal and no other team. No other team.
Yeah,
My
look.
apologies as well.
Look, Parker. I'll again for the third time today. Look, I'm learning. I gotta say, all the three of us on the screen are all pretty new to this YouTube game, and you do kind of learn throughout the years. What's the best way to go about these things. My confidence always came from how good and how efficient and how consistent this Arsenal team has been throughout the entire year. But yeah, I disrespected Manchester United. I said we would win 4-1, David. Just if you watched the stream the other day.
I didn't see
felt
that.
like that's because I just felt that's what Arsenal do. We did it to Spurs, we did it to Aston Villa. But you guys came with a different attitude to those teams. You guys came to play. And what I got to give credit to you guys is this. You were patient. You waited for half an hour while we basically completely closed you in, and you didn't panic. Like any night under Amorim, in that first 30 minutes, 35 minutes, where we were absolutely pressing the heck out of you, and you couldn't get out of your own half. What do you think would have happened under Amorim? You guys are improving, and you guys were brave. And I gotta say, I want to see how Carrick goes against some of the lesser teams where
Of course, yeah. I mean, listen.
on him. But I've been very impressed with how the thing I was talking about. One of the reasons why I wanted Southgate last time you were on for Man United was I thought he was going to fix the culture, that he was going to have you guys playing for each other. And Carrick has got you guys doing that already, which I think is the most important thing that is what's building these results. You guys are all playing for each other. You guys are backing each other. Everyone looks invigorated. There's new life.
Goodness therapy agrees with you. I don't know if it's positive Dan or negative Dan.
It's negative Dan.
This will be negative, Dan. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
Positive Dan is not saying facts.
Realist Dan. Correction, realist Dan. Because he's not negative. Everything he says is spot on, to be honest. And
I gotta say.
He reins it in the sense of, you know what, I'm happy with what Arteta's doing. I'm happy with where Arsenal are. He's not denying that they're top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League. He's not denying that they deserve to be there. But he's also aware that he's seen this story before. He's been here before. He didn't become a fan last week. Do you know what I'm saying? So I rate Realist Dan. I can have a conversation with him any day of the week.
Nate, you are like, we need fans like you in times like this, buddy, because you are like the oak. You are like a straw. You know what, Nate, you will not bend. You will not break.
While I think you have subscribed to them already, but while Dan is in the comment section, so go subscribe to Gunner's Therapy, because there is a man there who does think that Arsenal are possible of having 100 points.
Well,
so you'll love
he
that.
also thought you'd beat Mourinho's record. He also thinks you're going to win the quadruple. Fair play. Listen,
I think Mourinho's record's already out. I think we already conceded more than 15 already. So.
Of course you have.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course you
Anton,
have. We've scored 3 of them, mate.
Tone says something here, I agree with. He said we don't have identity. We have
I disagree. I disagree. I think we definitely have an identity. I'm sorry.
Wait. He's not finished. I wasn't finished. He said our identity is good defense. I don't think we have an identity in attack. What is Arsenal's attacking identity? You see? Come on, man. Come on.
I agree, but I'm like, if anybody has an identity in the Premier League, it's Arsenal. Everyone's talking about what identity is week in and week out. But
right.
When teams playing well, it's all to do with Arteta. When they're playing bad, it's on the players, nothing to do with Arteta. No, Arteta has to hold a lot of corn for this.
I gotta say, Dan, another person who I definitely had a lot of fun with, will have a lot of fun with on streams, and I kind of was very, when you were saying things to me like warning signs, I was kind of ignoring it. But I was watching you talk the other day on Six Sided, my brother. I know that you're in the chat, so I'm going to speak to you directly. I thought for the first time really the whole year, I couldn't disagree with a damn thing you said, brother. I couldn't disagree with it. I hate feeling this way, by the way. I feel like
Nah,
I've
he's
been,
always spot on. He's always spot on. I
but I
did
feel
see
like
him a
my
few
body
months
has been
back
taken
saying,
over by guys like Negative Dan. Like all of a sudden, I'm sounding like them now today.
no,
Like,
no, no. But I did see Realistan a few months ago start saying, like, you know, they're going to win 2 trophies, this, that, and the other. I ain't forgotten, Dan, on the sofa
mm.
when you're saying you're going to win 2 trophies. So let's see, mate. Let's see.
Again, it's by the way, that's another part to this conversation, which is it is all still there for Arsenal. Let's not pretend
I mean,
like
what Dan's saying
like
here, sorry, I know you clicked off it there, but what Dan's saying there, when you look at the amount of goals and your top goal scorer chart, I think it's Gyökeres on 5, Trossard on 5, own goals on 4, and a bunch of others on 4.
by the way, David, my one rebuttal, because I've seen you put this graphic up on your show as well
Yeah,
when you're
of
in the
course I have.
emotion
I
room.
might frame it,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah,
But those
go
are
on.
Premier League goals because we do have,
Yeah, yeah,
Gyökeres is
yeah.
on 9 in all comps. Trossard is
I
on
get
9
it.
in all comps.
I
Martinelli's
get
on
it.
9 in all comps. So
Yeah,
like
our
Yeah,
players
yeah, yeah.
are scoring way more goals in the
we're
Champions
doing
League.
really well in the
Yeah,
Champions
yeah,
League
yeah.
in terms
Because
of our
And you're,
attacking output.
yeah, you're top of
Yeah.
the Champions League, right? Which again, you deserve
Yeah.
to be where you are. But look, I just think you need to take this title, and you've had opportunities to take this title. Wasn't before the Man United game? There was another game. Wouldn't it have stretched you to 11 points clear or something like that? Had you have won
if
it? Have I got my
yeah,
maths
if
wrong here?
now
So
we could have been like 12 points
9.
clear.
We could have been
Yeah.
9 if we had beaten
No,
Nottingham
but
Forest.
there was one game. I'm pretty sure that would have taken you into double figures almost.
Yeah,
And you,
no, we would have been 11 if we beat Liverpool, and if we beat Liverpool, Forest, and Manchester United, we would be on 11 points clear right now, I
yeah,
think.
listen, I'm not expecting you
7.
to win
Yeah.
all of those games, yeah, but
But like
the
say we
point
beat,
is,
we could have been
you,
9, but at least maintain the 7. Like I don't know,
yeah,
man.
this could have been your title big time already, and now I'm not so sure. City gone and got Gay. They've gone and got Semenyo. They've gone and basically got the 2 best performing players in the league right now. Oh, mate, I don't. Do you know? I think you're in trouble. I think you're in big,
Yeah,
big
okay.
trouble.
Nate, you're starting to be a little bit more honest now. You said the biggest issue is that we are cowardly, score 1 goal, then become the block masters. Yeah, I think that's a problem. It's a problem, and we don't need to be. We don't. I believe in this team so much. I believe in these players so much. Like I think we have so much quality. We shouldn't be like this. We really
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Do you know what's a perfect example of this? You know the Mbumo goal. They played it on Sky Sports. I don't know if you guys watched it on Monday Night Football. Yeah, Zubimendi has a pass to Rice in between 2 Manchester United players, a
Mm.
forward pass, and that would put Rice onto the ball, running at our midfield / our back 4. Yeah, but
Mm.
Zubimendi refuses to play it, and then makes the mistake to play it to Mbumo. Right.
Yeah.
That's showing the mentality. Yes, we've pressed them, but the pass was there. The pass was there to be made. But the
Yeah.
mentality is always backwards, recycle, backwards, recycle. And man, that got them into trouble. And Boomer had a lot to do still, though, there, to be honest.
But that's
And
instructions from the manager.
yeah,
It's instructions. It's
By the way,
instructions.
by the way, what Dan said was 100% right, which is, I'm sorry, we cannot give him credit when we win and not give him the blame when we lose, because I'm sorry if anybody. I've heard people say, "Oh, this one was on the players." I would agree with that for a few of the other games, but this one was 100% on him. I said this to Dave as well the other day. When you make 4 subs at 55 minutes,
Yes.
right,
You're confessing.
immediately after going behind. So
You're confessing you got it wrong.
You're showing no chill as well, by the way. You've gone from one extreme to completely the next.
Also,
all 3 games, he has changed our attack, his starting attack completely right away. I think the only one, I think Saka did stay on for the 90 in this one. So
But
he was the
also,
one that was spare, but he
he's-
even switched him to the left.
but it's almost him doubling down because he's not changing the tactics. It's like he's making all these subs and they're playing the same way as the guys that were on there. So it's like, dude, no, it's not the players that aren't executing. You're just
No, he's relying on
tactics
the
wrong.
different skill sets to tweak it. And
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
working.
but
Man-
you need
Managers and subs, yeah. If that was Ruben Amorim, it would have been Yoro and Ugarte coming on. But under Carrick, it was Cunha and Sesko coming on. So managers and their subs are huge for games
See,
like
do you know what
this.
pisses me off, by the way? We have a better bench than you, and you are making more impactful subs. That drives me fucking up the wall. All my best team in Europe stuff, which, by the way, I still back, right? Because the proof is in the pudding. We still are to this day. But the fact that we don't utilize that squad correctly, yeah, we're throwing up subs that make no sense straight off the bat. We've used 4 of our 5 subs already, and we only have 1 later on to change the game. I think that was ridiculous. And
Yeah,
by the
I mean,
way,
look, go
one
for
thing
it.
that just pisses me off, by the way, his super sub, his solution to all of his problems always is, I'm going to put Mikel Merino in the team when we're behind, and it's driving me nuts.
He scored though. He did score.
Zubamendi needed to be punished for the mistake that he made, 100%. But I still don't think 1-0 down, you're going to take the controlling element of the game. And
He wasn't
put on a
controlling
man. No, but
wasn't
okay,
controlling
he could have or he wasn't. But Marino does not. Marino leaves spaces open. This is the 4th time, maybe in the last 5 games, I've seen him be completely at fault for not tracking his runner and letting other teams score screamers.
I mean, yeah, he just completely left Cunha and we
All the
conceded
time, and
immediately.
he doesn't get punished for it.
No.
And we keep bringing him on. He keep making the same mistake every time. There's no creativity.
But I mean, I think he's ahead. I mean, right now, I think it goes Jesus, Havertz when he's fit, Marino, Gyökeres. It goes in that order of what it's got to
tend
go
to
in that
disagree.
order. You don't think so?
Jesus is last on the pecking order, bro.
Really?
Like this guy, what impact did Jesus make in the last couple of games? He ain't doing nothing, bro. And he's not the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not holding up defenders, and he's not someone who's like embed. Like I would rather take the risk of just letting Gyökeres play out the games. I would have rather Gyökeres played the full 90 for all 3, because first of all, the results weren't going to be worse. And at least he would have had more time with a fully fit squad. And I don't see Eze play with Gyökeres. You know, I don't see Zubamendi with Eze, Odegaard, and Gyökeres on top, with Trossard and Saka at the side. So we have like just overload. Like I would love to see once for us to just overload the pitch with creators and stick Gyökeres in the middle and see what happens.
Yeah.
But we don't do that.
Here's a question. Here's a question
You were just
on
saying
Gyökeres.
you went from. Sorry, you go for it.
Just a question on Gyökeres, yeah. How far do you go with him here? Because there's talk that Julian Alvarez could be a signing for you guys in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Would both of you and the chat, would you cash in on Gyökeres right now? Just say it hasn't worked, we move on, and get Julian Alvarez in the summer. Would you do it?
Why would I need to do that when I can cash in on Jesus?
So you would keep Gyökeres.
Yeah, I would keep Gyökeres.
But what
I
would
think
you cash
Gyökeres
in on
would be better in
Jesus?
your-
What are you going to get for Jesus money wise?
Probably like 30 mil.
You reckon? I mean, Gyökeres, could you still get some money for him?
Look,
to be honest with you, we spent what, 60 million pounds on him?
I think 55, really.
No, yeah, it was
it wasn't
55.
terrible.
It wasn't like Gyökeres cost like a third of the price of Isaac, and he cost even almost half the price of Ekitike. Like he was cheap. He was like
in
he was cheap.
comparison, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big name because of what he did in Portugal, but like he was like, we don't need to cash in on Gyökeres. I would much rather go again with Gyökeres, because I feel like because of he's also fit, which is something a lot of our strikers aren't. You know, and I think I think you were right when you were saying the team hasn't been good enough, but has the team been creating that many chances for him? No.
It seems like a graveyard shift for everyone, right? It seems no one can perform in that position.
The truth will come out when Kai Havertz gets to play there, and he's going to inevitably do what I think he's going to do when he plays there. And then we're all going to be like, well, we don't have any strikers. We got a striker problem. It'll be the new narrative at Arsenal. But for me, I don't look at it as one guy. Oh, did we screw up on one guy? I think it's pretty evident that he's going to take him time. That probably by year 2, he'll be better. I think even now, in the last few games, he's been better. But my overarching point is that I would rather have Julian Alvarez and Victor Gyökeres. So we got different options. So like we got, one day we can play with Alvarez, a different style of player to Victor Gyökeres. It's not about having one man who's my starter for the team. It's
Nate,
about having different weapons to different games. You know what I mean?
I want to reply to Nate here. Say, but isn't recycling stuff what Pep did for a decade? I'm gonna say this. First of all, Pep he's always had the best players in the world, and not just the best players in the world, but the best players of generations. The guy had Kevin De Bruyne. Do I need to
Messi,
say
Xavi,
anything else?
Iniesta. Messi, Xavi,
Do I
Iniesta.
Ibrahimovic at one point
Yeah,
too.
like
David
the
Villa.
guy?
David Villa
the
for
guy-
me was one time like one of the best when they
even
bought
when he
him.
was at Bayern, I think he had Thiago Alcantara in his prime. Yeah, but
This is-
either
Yeah,
way,
Robin
even if
and
Pep does
Ribéry
this,
and
yeah, even if Pep has done this, he's proven it with the trophies. You've confirmed that there, Nate. Arteta needs to win something. The question marks are there for a reason. This is what I don't like with Arsenal fans. And I'm not directing this at you guys yet, but just in general, it's like, why are they asking us these questions? Why are we being put under pressure? Because the questions are there. You haven't won anything major for a very, very, very long time. The questions are going to be asked. It's normal.
look, one thing I'll say, Nate, is that because look, I'm a man similar to you in mindset. I'd rather be asking these questions now in January than asking them in April or May, because now we can still ask the questions so we can answer them. So we have a fix for it, and we can go out and win the league. We can take advantage of the fact we still have a 4-point lead while we still got it. You know, it's better to ask these questions now rather than just put our head in the sand and watch the point gap.
Anton, I
dissipate.
don't see where the fix is, mate. You know, your set piece coach
Here we
is
go.
just as popular as your manager. He stands there on the touchline, holds his head like, you know, when you flop a set piece, it's like, oh my god, oh, it could have been beautiful. I mean, you're based around your whole style of play. The fact that your set piece coach is the most popular coach on your team, that shows me it's not going to head in any direction where you're going to play any more attacking football than you have done. There's no fix for me.
I mean,
Dude,
David, sorry.
You're so dramatic.
By the way, I actually asked David for this version of him. So
Bro said the set piece coach is more popular than the actual coach.
no, David, this is David upon request. I told him don't be nice today. I want you to tell me how you really feel. So he's doing it. So
Yeah,
it's up to you,
exactly.
my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, yeah.
To be honest with you,
I think it's a
Yeah.
fair remark, guys. You guys, since when does anyone know the set piece coach?
to be honest, we've already been through this. But as I said, I think it should be a piece to what we do, not what we do.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Like this is what happens when we don't have like a guy who's taken the crown. It's like you just get into, you know, what mediocre player is the
Marino
best
is
out of the
definitely
three.
fourth. I'm sorry. I'm starting Jesus over Marino.
Oh,
If I put
really?
Marino as my striker, I'm now short on midfielders. I've only got Rice, Mendy, and Norgard.
Yeah,
I just
Marino
sent a
definitely.
I just sent a midfielder off to Marseille as well. Like
This is okay. This is now you're gonna piss me off, Nate, because the reason why we sent Waneri on loan is because Arteta refuses to use maestros in the middle. Like the dude goes to Marseille, dribbles past the defense, and scores a screamer, and we won't play him because we can't use him.
By the way,
if Chucky
what
was
makes me jealous is the fact that he's allowed to drive in the middle of the field and score goals like that. He wouldn't be allowed to score that goal at Arsenal.
I was having this conversation with Anton. I said if Arteta had Chucky, he'd play him on the wings. He wouldn't play him in the middle. He doesn't like someone to take
Actually,
risks
the
in the
point I
middle.
just made about Ethan.
He
you
wants
made it in our
Odegaard,
private chat the other
recyclers.
day, yeah.
He likes
Yeah.
Odegaard, the way Odegaard plays football, right? Which is pass, 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 bring it back, pass, pass, pass. It's literally
But
that.
you know what? Odegaard a couple of years ago was not like that at all. He was such a beautiful player to watch on the ball, and he would turn, spin people. He would get himself, create spaces for himself.
But that's the point I
magician.
made earlier, though, Anton. I think a
Yeah.
couple of years ago, and Arteta had the balance, right? You were playing beautiful stuff, but that did not get him over the line. He's gone the other way now, but it's gone too far. But do you think this will get him over the line? Do you think this will get him over the line?
He needs to change something, and this needs to be the awakening. But here's the thing: I told you, Dave. This is and Cal will nod his head in agreement with me because it's unfortunately what's going to be the situation. Arteta is going to focus more on the fact that we allowed you to score 3, more than anything else. He's going to drill the players hard on defense. If we win on Sunday, it'll be by 1-0, and with a corner. It's not going to be by 3 or 4-0.
In fairness to your
if
defense, yeah, apart from the Zubamendi mistake, it took 2 out of this world goals. And Nate did say that earlier, and I
Yeah, but you
agree
got to
with
close
him,
down.
yeah.
Okay, the out of this world goals.
I
we
you
get
can't
have,
we
it,
can't let
but Anton,
when
them
when
goals
everyone's
were out of this world. They
but
were.
they
oi,
were.
have you seen
I'm not
oi,
discrediting you at all.
David,
Those are
have
amazing
you seen
goals,
how many
right?
times we've conceded goals like that this season?
I hear
Like,
you. You said that earlier, yeah.
no,
Richarlison, etc. Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're bad goals, but like you can't give these
You give
players
space.
spaces
Three
to
days
just
earlier
take
at Inter
shots.
Milan, we conceded a goal
There,
like it too.
yeah. There was a clip when it was Bruno, Mainu, and Cunha. There was 6 of your players around 3 of us, and they've managed to pass out of there. And then Cunha just, I mean, I get you, but that finish was just
Yeah,
unbelievable. And
it was a good finish.
I've been knocking Cunha, saying the guy can't hit a barn door. I said it on my stream. The guy's gone and put it through the letterbox there, man. That was just
By the way, and in
unbelievable.
the moments that you guys picked, by the way, were the most inappropriate moments for us in terms from Arsenal's point of view. So I was sitting there literally texting in the group chat, being like, okay, at the start of the second half now, Arsenal's going to take control of this game. Watch, it'll be 2-1 Arsenal. And Arteta's probably had some sort of big rah-rah speech in the locker room at halftime. Dorgu goes ahead, puts that through the top of the crossbar, and Arteta, whatever he said at halftime, whatever switches tactics he's made, throws it out the window. It doesn't matter anymore. You guys capitalize. That's what Chelsea did when they were down to 10 men and they scored from the corner first as well. He also just throw out his game plan. All of a sudden, it's let's make some substitutions in desperation and see if we can chase the game because he loses his mind. Then when we get 2-2, and we're like, okay, well, let's come on, Arsenal. We're gonna go. Let's take it.
I was like, game on, and then you just punched us in the mouth.
And it's your team. It's your team who picks the ball up in zone 14 and puts it in top bins.
That's
the mentality your team showed in that game. You didn't let your heads drop at the time when Arsenal should be taking control of the game, and you guys took it to us at every point. You were fearless, and you guys
People knock Bruno.
People
knock Bruno, and he's criminally underrated and disrespected. This is not going to be a big Bruno monologue, but when you've got players like Bruno in your team, he's only ever got one fault, and that's play the ball forward. And yes, he can get it wrong a lot of the times, but I want that mentality. Play the ball forward. I'm trying to create things. I'm trying to score goals. If you had a Bruno mentality in your team, at least one player, because it seems like all of them, including Saka, by the way, have lost that mentality altogether. That's how I feel, right? You just need one player to get that mentality back. That no, I want to play forward. No, I want to beat a player. Madueke's shown a bit of that.
I think it's not our wingers. It's our we need someone like that.
The middle of the park.
Because Saka, I will admit that Saka is dribbling past players, getting to the byline. I think Saka's biggest problem this season is that he's trying to be the guy. Like he's trying to be the guy, so he's shooting more than he should.
But here's the problem I got, right?
Just look. Let me finish my point.
Yeah.
I was saying, Saka is trying to be the guy. He's trying to dribble. He's trying to shoot when he should pass and pass when he should shoot. So he's going through a little bit of transition. I think our wingers are trying to go forward. It's just we have no one in the midfield who's willing to take that risk. And I feel like it's instructions, dude. Because Eze, even when you drop Eze now, like in the midfield, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. And Nate the Gunner says, okay, but you're saying the tactics is okay, but the squad isn't good enough. I'm the opposite.
No, wrong.
Our squad is
I
amazing. I back this squad. The tactics has not been good. We have everything we need.
Right?
We
you're
have
better
everything
than you're showing,
we need.
aren't you, Cal?
Yeah.
You're better than you're showing.
We have more than what we need to win this league. More than what we need to win this league. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we need the players aren't good enough. No way, no how.
We're almost 3 deep in some positions. Like it. Well, we got rid of Ethan, so maybe 2 deep now at number 10. But again, Ethan Wanieri is doing at Marseille exactly what Cal just described as what we need in midfield, which is very interesting. But yeah, look again. Eberechi Eze is what we bought to do that. That's kind of the reason why I think a lot of me and other fans included have really cried out to say, hey, can we just give him a proper run? But because he's not doing the other things in the game, he's not getting the playing time, and it's like he's coming on to save games instead of being able to be there to be able to set the tone. Because
Oh, is
yeah,
Parker saying that? Is Parker saying that Awanieri's showing up in League One just because he's just way better than them? Are we not? I'm not saying. I'm trying to understand your point here, Parker. I'm not sure if you're saying Waneri's only is yes. Are you saying that Waneri's only performing well in League One because he's way better than them and he wouldn't be able to perform like that in the league? I'd love to hear you clarify this one, Parker.
and that's why I kind of felt about it though. It's just the Premier League. It shows you the difference of between the Premier League and other leagues. Like he may not even get the space to drive into the midfield in the Premier League. League is just it's an easier league. Let's be
Yeah,
fair.
it is an easier league. Big up to you, Sly. You're always here. I was saying it's difficult to explain why we gave up after United scored, although we've recovered in games before. Strange one. Anyway, congrats to the United fan. Please invite him back here in May. Oh yeah,
Oh, trust me.
you're not running away. You're not running away in
Yeah,
May.
no, listen, I'm not sitting here acting like Manchester United are anywhere near. I'd love to be in Arsenal's position. I'd love to be in Arsenal's position, right? But we're talking about Arsenal here, and you should have
All right.
capitalized
I do
on a
want
lot of
while
games.
I still got you here, there, David. I do want to talk a little bit about Manchester United while you're here. Can you give us the Man United point of view? Like, how are you feeling about Man United right now under Michael Carrick? These two performances, like, what are you seeing different with Carrick versus with your countrymen?
With the
Like,
poison that was Amarim. You know,
yeah,
that guy, yeah. I'm a 35-year-old man, and that guy managed to charm me. He managed to chirps me. That's a saying here in the UK. Chirps me. Almost the definition of that is chat me up into
Yeah.
believing in him, into backing him. Yeah. The guy was just a toxic, fraudulent piece of shit, bruv. I cannot believe I was patient with this man. I cannot believe that I saw glimpses of improvement. But back to Michael Carrick. I mean,
Wait, hold
people were
up.
talking.
Before you finish, I will say that I do think that Amarim is a pussy, yo, man.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
because after that Grimsby game, I completely lost faith with him. The fact that he was sitting there crying in the rain, and then he goes out and he says, "You know what? You can't replace the players," And I'm like, "Okay, dude,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, the last
yeah,
straw for me was him actually resigning. That's how I look at it. He resigned. He gave up. Yeah, but
yeah."
forget Amarim. I never want to hear from that guy, see that guy ever again. An absolute waste of time under this man. It took him 35 games to win back-to-back games. It's taken Carrick 2 games against the two best teams in the league. I
Holy
mean,
wait. How
yeah.
many games did it take for him to win back to back?
35 games, Premier League games. So a whole season practically, almost,
And
to win
Carrick
two
just comes
back-to-back
in
games.
and just wins, goes up against number one and number two and wins. That's
Yeah,
a
I
bit.
mean, you couldn't write it
Hey,
really, innit? It's
hey,
ridiculous. It's crazy.
hey! I can't say anything, to be
But
honest.
on Michael Carrick, I mean, I've got Dan Talks United who comes on my show basically saying, he's saying it in jest, but like, give him the contract, right? I'm very much like, he would have to win the Premier League for me to want him as manager. That's
Really?
where
How
I'm
many
at.
points behind
But
us are
Yeah.
you?
what if you win
12.
every game for the rest? What if you end up the season like third? You just completely obliterate everyone else.
If we end up third, I think it's a case of thank you. You did exactly what we brought you in for, but we need to go and get best in class. And for me, that's Luis Enrique. Or let's say England win the World Cup, go and get Thomas Tuchel. Those are the two managers we just have to go all in for. Thomas Tuchel being the second option, yeah? Luis Enrique is where I want to go. He's best in class. We have never hired best in
I
class
mean,
since
since we
Fergie
last spoke about
left.
now, Xabi Alonso is now available on the market as
No,
well.
thank you.
So
No, thank you. I don't need any more of these good looking youngsters that talk about philosophy and systems and we're the next big thing and no. I don't need any more of these guys. I need proven guys, best in class. Enrique's won 2 trebles with 2 different teams. Like, give him the job. But if none of those managers are available and Carrick's won every single game, like you said, Cal, it's going to be very difficult to go elsewhere, right? But I've been down this road before, much like what Realist Dan has said in regards to Arsenal. I've seen this story before. We had this impact with Ollie. Granted, we didn't beat the two best teams in the league the way we've just beaten these
Yeah.
two teams. This
To
is
be honest
very
with you, bro,
impressive.
like if the football is looking like the patterns of play
Yes.
and stuff is looking better,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have a hard time saying get rid of him and get someone else, to be honest. But I'm not a United fan. You guys have been through the blender. You guys know your club
Yeah.
more than the rest of us.
Listen, I think these two games have been unbelievable, and you're right. It's not been a fluke either. We've played good football.
By the way,
right? We
Nate is
have.
100% right on in this comment here. Like no one thinks Bruno isn't world class. He's just a drama queen and a moaner, hence the dislike. Yeah.
I get that, but I don't think so, Cal. I just think people don't even. I mean, even I don't want to mention. I'm mentioning Terry here. Last night, he said the only player above Bruno really in recent times is Kevin De Bruyne. No, he's not. Kevin De Bruyne
Okay,
is not
that's good.
above Bruno. He's not. His
Oh wait,
numbers are
Kevin
not
Bruyne
above
is.
Bruno.
Wait,
He's not above
Yeah.
Bruno. No way. Not for me.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Not for me. No way. He's not above Bruno for me. No way. I don't think he is.
All
There's
right.
the debate. I don't think he's. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne.
I
He
love
may
you,
have
mate, but I
achieved
can't
more.
agree with you.
That was
He may have achieved more in the Man City team. I don't think he's above. I don't think De Bruyne is above Bruno. I think Bruno's better than Kevin De Bruyne by far.
why? By
Because
far,
he's
come
created
on,
that.
David.
Since being in the Premier League, he's created whilst De Bruyne was there 300 more chances almost than Kevin De Bruyne. Look at Bruno's numbers. It's out of this world, mate. Out of this
But
world. They talk about
it's not just about the numbers, bro. It's
what
not
was it
just
about
about the
then?
numbers. It's about winning mentality.
He
That's
has that,
that
man.
means
He has
something.
that. Kevin De Bruyne in Manchester United, Kevin De Bruyne in this Manchester United team that Bruno's been in would not have produced what Bruno's produced. Whereas Bruno in the Man City team would have produced exactly what Kevin De Bruyne has produced, if not more. That's my opinion. And you can argue against that, but I know you're thinking to yourself, you know what? He's got a point there.
No,
Actually, I was
no,
thinking
I'm
that a
not
little
thinking.
bit, but I still
thinking.
can't.
I think
I mean-
I think Bruno. To be honest with you, like I think Bruno is world class, but I can't put him in conversations with De Bruyne because De Bruyne is in all time Premier League teams. Like he has what he's done in terms of winning. I think winning matters. It's why
Of course
a lot
it
of
does, but look at the team he's been
winning
in, Cal.
I know, but he's been why do you think City's so shit now? Why do you think they look so goddamn trash? It's because
not
they
just
don't have
because of De
someone like
Bruyne.
him.
It's not just because of De Bruyne.
He's a
though,
big
is
part
it?
of it. I saw look, I was in a title race with City, right?
Mm.
In 23-24. I saw us with getting daylight ahead. I saw Kevin De Bruyne come back and take it from my hands. The minute he came back, I remember the
Twice.
game he came back from injury, came back, scored a goal, won City the game, and it was from then they just never looked back. Like this guy,
I remember that
like,
game at
Yeah.
the Emirates. And
I think he's fantastic, by the way. I
like-
do think
after,
he's
after
fantastic.
the game we played after the Queen passed away, and we played at the Emirates. He single-handedly just tore our hearts out
yeah.
in that game. Like
I
the
think-
goal he scored to open the game. Oh, it was just
I think what you're saying is what Bruno could have been in terms of talent, but
Yeah, we've let him down.
Whoa,
they would just drop out.
yeah, I think he dropped out. But what I was gonna say is the problem with Bruno is that because he was never part of a winning team, he just can't be in those conversations. It's kind of like Alan Shearer, you know. Alan Shearer has like I think he has the most goals in Prem history. I'm pretty sure. But he doesn't get put in conversations with Henry because he didn't win anything, you know? Like winning really, really means a lot. Being part of winning teams. So yeah, Bruno's gonna end up like Alan Shearer in terms of his legacy.
We'll see what happened to David.
Yeah.
If
I'll just read the comments while we see if
Yeah.
David will come back. That was the only thing I was thinking about. I can't remember what you're talking about here. We need a Hazard. Like we don't need to bring up Chelsea players. With all due respect, Curtis.
we need a Eden Hazard. I think we got. Oh, look, we don't have anybody of that level of quality, but we've got players with similar profiles to Hazard in our team.
Uh, I watched TCP. They were saying our wingers are kept too far from the goal. We have Timber standing between Saka and strikers when attacking. Makes sense. Maybe a left back Rabox is up. Maybe Timber should stop taking goals of our attackers and taking shots. Like I've seen Timber intercept so many like balls that was supposed to get to attackers and just scuff it himself. So yeah, I don't know why we attack with our fullbacks and defend with our wingers. It's like, what are we doing? Crab gonna get you Europe for sure. I think he is actually.
Actually, yeah, I agree.
Parker's just laughing here.
He's laughing at that. David was saying.
Yeah,
I
not
was
true.
that one.
I don't know what you're
One funny
disagreeing with.
man.
Yeah, Parker. Nate was laughing. I think he laughed after I said Amarim was
No,
supposed to.
David was on a really big rant, and I saw all the laughs come up.
Players didn't want to play for him. You'll see. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Ruben Amorim.
Yeah. Paris to Manchester, I think not. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get Enrique. Well, Amorim put you in a position for character take off. Dude, Nate, you are the most shameless guy. Like, Nate?
Nah, big ups to Nate.
Nate, this is shameless.
No, you know what?
Wait, I wish he was here to read this.
I wish David was there to read this too. You know what, though? Dan would
lose it.
Yeah.
Dan would lose it. I'm thinking Gareth is loading. Gareth Bale.
Gareth Southgate.
Gareth Southgate for Manchester United. Oh, stupid comment. I think he was talking about Bruno is better than De Bruyne.
Yeah,
I would take Bruno Arsenal right now. But he's not better.
I would
than De Bruyne.
too. Me and Cal, we didn't get to do a starting a combined 11, but before the game,
I said Bruno
would start.
Yeah, the only player that would get in, to be honest. KDB better at every aspect of ball.
To be honest, Cal, Cunha gets in.
Over who?
I mean, having seen I guess I don't know because
Cunha's been shit this season.
I'm being way too in the moment, am I?
Yeah. Cunha's been shit this season.
Yeah.
So then we can bring up a trophy narrative everyone likes. Bruno was a man alone. De Bruyne was in a team where everyone else was creating too, but he showed that he was the guy. Like he showed against us that he was the guy. Put Zubi in this Man City team. What does WTUT mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I think he's trying to say that he would cook in the Man City, like Man City.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's the closest thing to Rodri in terms of controlling.
I don't know why Man City didn't go after Zubi. You know what I mean?
I think they did, didn't they?
I don't know. But I feel like that we had that deal pretty wrapped up where like a lot of people approached Zubi. Real Madrid approached Zubi.
Yeah.
There was no stopping him coming to Arsenal. Like
Bruno does play a better 80-yard diagonal, but that's about it. Yeah, in terms of better than De Bruyne. Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Bruno's. I don't know. KDB played a pretty great 80-yard.
Yeah. He could.
I don't know. I'm sorry. If I don't want to pick on him while he's away, but I'm sorry. Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not taking Bruno over Kevin. Kevin De Bruyne does everything better than Bruno, bar taking penalties, but I still think that he's still a great penalty taker. So
he's
I'm sorry. There's nothing Bruno does that KDB doesn't do better. In his prime.
What do you think, Kyle? It's what it means. I don't know what WTUT means.
What do you think?
Oh, what do you think? I see. There he is.
Apologies, guys. Sorry, I just cut out there.
Good.
Yeah, it's all good. Where was that?
Arteta cut me out for sure.
Yeah,
what was that comment that? Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to. I'm gonna put you in a position for character takeover.
Do you know what's crazy though? From Nate the Gunner here, he has some sort of a point.
Really?
Players like Dorgu, for example, or Ahmad have been getting played out of position completely. But when you get put back in your position, you've added some strings to your bow. Do you know what I mean? Like you've improved offensively or you've improved defensively because you've taken on responsibilities that you once never had before. So I weirdly would think that some of these players have actually improved and now they're in a better position and actually being played in the right position. They're better players. That's
Actually, I
my
wanna ask you a
explanation for
question.
Dorgu.
Terry
We're
brought this up
fitter
the other
as a
day.
team, by the way. We're fitter as a team, 100%.
Terry brought this up the
Yep.
other day, by the way, and I actually been thinking about it because in my team rankings of Man United, I've always had you. I showed you the tiers, right? And I was kept saying like, this Man United team is a lot more talented than the results are showing.
Yeah, that's what I always said.
And
yeah.
do you think that what we're seeing now is that Man United's like? I mean, you think about it, the goal. I saw you mention this the other day, and I thought it before you said it, which was the goals that you've been scoring against us and Man City are all Ineos signings, recent Ineos
Yeah, that's what I
signings.
said. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw on Terry's stream yesterday. I with Mark Goldbridge, I came in and said to Mark Goldbridge, can you respect Ineos, please? Their signings have won us the last 2 games. And
Yeah.
straight away it was, what's that? Who's this? David speaks shit. It was so funny, man.
Is that that doesn't sound like Terry? That sounds like
No,
Like
that was Mark
Goldbridge.
Goldbridge.
Goldbridge,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
like that was my 15 minutes of fame, guys. Goldbridge said my YouTube handle, you know. But listen, it's true though. Ineos signings, including
Yeah, it
Le
was-
Mans, have all performed in
Le
the last 2
Mans.
games.
No, but
Le
my
Mans had a
question is,
great
though-
game against
My
us.
question is though, like people kept saying, "Oh, the squad isn't that good," or whatever. You know, it doesn't matter who's the manager is, the squad isn't that good. But do you think that you've taken Amarim out of there, and what you're actually showing is that the squad is better than what people thought it would be? Like I'm really thinking about it. At the start of the season, Cal was predicting guys what 5th.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
fifth.
Cal
Fourth.
always kind of believed in us, to be fair. And I was kind
but
of like, there's no chance.
It's
Do you
because
remember?
we saw you brought in Mbumos. We saw you brought in Cunhas. You
Yeah.
know,
When you buying like Cunha and Mbumo, like
Proven
they were like
guys, yeah.
they were probably like in terms of they were probably in the top 5 in terms of performance last season as individuals, despite their teams being like not great. It's like you get that, you go on and you get Sesko, who was like one of the top young prospects. Like, you know, whether you believe in him or not, he was one of the top. So like for me personally, I always thought that United went after good targets. It wasn't like a Chelsea where you're spending 80 million on a guy who played 15 games. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
this is
I
my
always,
point. I think Ineos has done pretty well. Sorry, Cal. Ineos has done pretty well with their signings, like you've just said. And Le Mans, I mean, he's not. It was a low bar, right? It was a low bar, but he's been great too, you know. And these Ineos signings have made an impact.
It wasn't until we played against us and he was making some of the saves he did, especially in the late part of the second half. That one where it's did Gyökeres actually hit that one out all the way for a throw, or was that a save from Le Mans? I keep watching it, trying to figure out.
Yeah,
which
it's
one
a tough
it
one.
was.
Yeah, I mean, Le Mans has
It's
been an
like-
improvement for us massively. Yeah, massively.
But
Look, I mean, Amarim was underperforming with this team, and it's as simple as this, guys. You can probably afford to play 1 player out of position in the Premier League, maybe 2. The minute you play 3, 4, 5 players out of position in the Premier League, you're going to get found out. That's just it.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
I mean, if I were you, I would have been lied to. You guys were being told the whole time that Dorgu's a fullback.
Dude, like I love Amarim, dude. He's like this. I don't care if I'm losing. I'm not going to change.
Oh man,
like you're just like Shrek.
And the craziest thing, before he resigned, I will never say he was sacked, because for me he resigned. He did change it, and that's when we were like, "Oh my God, we've improved. We're looking good again."
And he's like,
Right?
nah, I don't
And
care.
then he went back to it like, "Nah, I'm not changing." It was just like, what the hell, man? What a stubborn man. I mean, just ridiculous, really.
Lumen is in the building.
Yeah, big up to Lumen. He says, yes, Amarim give Carrick the idea not to play three out the back again.
Yeah. I think he went to 3 at the back in the game when he was pushing for it at 2-2, weirdly enough. But I mean, that's the difference. Carrick was trying to win the game, even at 2-2.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the mentality. I'd rather lose like that, guys, to be honest with you, than lose the way we've been losing. Like we've been chasing game, bringing on defenders for how many months now?
This is why I like the Chelsea performance, because, you know, Chelsea scored 2 goals and everyone was like crashing out saying, because, you know, they're giving us shit for conceding 2 goals to Chelsea. But when I looked at the performance and how we were playing attacking football, I was like, yes, I'm okay with conceding 2 goals because we were on the front foot and we were playing, but like we were attacking, you know? So yeah, I 100% agree.
But at the same time, though, Cal, us conceding with our best two center backs at the back is becoming a
Yeah.
lot more often now than it was before.
But it's not. They're not beating our center
that's,
backs.
For me, it's concerning.
They're not beating our center backs because we're letting people crash into the box.
Problem is, like, we're not.
No, like
yeah,
our center backs are in the
we're
right
not
spot.
closing down the spaces. That's what I was trying to say.
But that's not
us.
us. That's not us. That's not our center
the
backs.
goals that you scored because
Our center backs can't occupy the attackers and close out people in the midfield.
Yeah.
Like they
I
can't.
think you're both.
They can't
I think
be
you're
6
both
places
right
at
there,
once.
though. I think you're
Yeah.
both right there, though. But in that Cunha example, the midfield should have done better.
You see Marino
and
falls
Mainu get
over
out.
completely.
Yeah. They shouldn't let Bruno and Mainu get out there. But the defenders should also be thinking, do you know what? Let's move up here and make sure if the ball does get out,
I could see
Cunha's
Gabriel
going
hesitate.
nowhere.
You see in the
He
replay,
did.
Gabriel's got
He
his,
did.
he's like,
yeah.
He could have closed the space down, and he was sort of like, "Oh shit, what am I going to do here?"
Yeah,
and
but he's
kinda
also thinking. Sometimes you also think, do you know what? Shit, I'm in the wrong position, but it's going to take something special here to beat me. So let me play the percentages here. I'm not just gonna lunge forward and let him beat me 1-on-1. That's not going to happen, right? So let me play the percentages here. Let me just close majority of the goal. He's going to have to curl this around me to put this in. And he did. I mean, you got to give it to Cunha.
And by the way, the other part is David Raya, who's been saving shots like that for us all season, to beat him too. And he got him completely by surprise.
It was unsavable, though. Both of those goals were unsavable, man.
Lament's shot, Lament's save against Saka when Saka faked a fast shot and went low hard. I don't know how he got down that quick.
Didn't you get? That's when you scored from the corner, right? That's when you scored from the corner straight after that. Yeah.
But if that was Onana, like we scoring that 10 times out of 10, Onana falls like a feather. He was not getting down in time.
I mean, in the first game, we had I said this to Lee. You had Bayern Deer in goal, and he basically handed us the game. Like,
of course,
the team we played Man United team we played the other day was a whole lot different to the one that we played on opening day.
And mentality, and that stems back to what we're discussing here with Arsenal. Where is the mentality? And listen, this is early days for Man United. We could easily go and lose to Fulham, right? So forget Man United for now. We're not in the same league as Arsenal, if we're honest, in regards to where you're at. You're challenging, you're top of the league, top of the Champions League. But your mentality is definitely there in regards to are you grabbing these games and saying we want to win the league, or are you just trying to damage control? Like, I think you would have been happy with a draw there at the Emirates yesterday.
And that's why everyone's upset. But
that's
Anton,
the messaging comes from the fans.
But that's Anton. I think that plays into the clip that we have as well. We're getting into that part of the conversation.
Play that.
Yeah,
we might as well go for it. So this is what this was it. This is what Arteta had to say at the press conference. Something for Kairat about Arsenal's performances recently.
A first home defeat of the season on Sunday. Just wondering what the reaction has been like around the training ground and among the players since then.
The reaction has been excellent. We took a moment to bring the temperature down, to pause and to reflect and ask two questions. One is, how do we feel? And how do I feel myself? And then how we want to live the next 4 months. And it was so encouraging and beautiful, because what came out of that is very simple. We have earned the right to be in a great position in 4 competitions, and in the next 4 months we're going to live and play with enjoyment, with a lot of courage, and with the conviction that we're going to win it. And this is going to be the mindset and where we're going to put the energy. And I'm just hoping that everybody that is related to this club, especially our supporters, jump on that boat, because this is the way that we're going to live the next 4 months, because we deserve to live like this.
That was his comments. That was Mikel Arteta's comments following the loss to Manchester United.
What, Cal?
I think that was an acknowledgement of a lot of how the fans were feeling. Even Patrick Vieira, one of our greatest players ever, came out and said, we're not playing with courage, and we're not trying to progress the ball. And I think those were fair criticisms. And the fans deserved. And to be honest with you, the fans actually booed after we lost to Manchester United at the Emirates, which was, in my opinion, 100% deserved, because that was not a performance that the fans deserve. And that's not how we should be playing right now, this early in the season, to be honest with you. And that was his response. I'm glad he didn't run away and try to ignore that fact. He said out of his own mouth, play with courage and play to win. And it seems like Arteta is willing to change the mentality of how we play football going forward. And he said to enjoy themselves, and I think they should. I was just watching. I've been watching, like, because I haven't been watching football for like 50 years. I have to go back and watch documentaries on some of the greats, and I was watching Johannes Cruyff, what he did for Barca. Because if you don't know, like, without Johan Cruyff, Barca wouldn't be the Barca that we know today. He's the guy that set up La Masia. He's the guy that, before he came there, they never won a Champions League. Before he came there, they only had three league titles in their entire history. He won 4 in a row. And in their first Champions League win, what he told them before the boys went out to play, he said, enjoy yourself. That was Michael Cruyff's words. So
Johan,
I think the players need to go out there and enjoy themselves. I think the shackles need to come off. But the question is this all talk, or is he actually going to change?
But that was my exact thoughts when I was listening to the clip that we just played, which is, it's very beautiful words. It's very charming, what Arteta is saying there now. I do like the idea that he's had this meeting with all the players, and they're kind of being able to discuss about what they want to take out of this season. And I think that is a very important point to have. I was saying that earlier, which is like, we still have the 4-point lead. We are still top of the Champions League. We still are in control of our own destiny. It's about right now waking up. You sent me another clip, by the way, which was from James. And he was saying when the fans were booing, it was more of like, Arsenal, you can do better than this. You can fix up. It's not too late. But right now, what you're doing right now is just not good enough. And we got to wake you up. Whatever's going on, we got to shake you, man. Like you're in some sort of funk, and we got to get you out of this. But if you remain like this, quite quickly, Man City could be at top of the table. Like
which would be an absolute disaster. Oh, David, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on
the reason Arteta has been in this job for so long is he's quite in tune with the fans. He listens to the fans and he responds like he's just done there, which is, I thought that was fantastic, everything he said. But you used an analogy earlier, Cal, about, a boxer just having a right hook to win a fight. There's also a saying in boxing that, everyone's got a plan until they get hit, or everyone learns new skills, but when they get hit, they revert to type. I do not see how Arteta changes Arsenal into an attacking, scintillating force all of a sudden till the end of the season. I just don't see him doing that. I think when the going gets tough, they'll revert to type, recycle. Oh shit, we can't find Gyökeres. Oh shit, we can't find Jesus. There's Saka again crossing another ball in that maybe Marino gets on the end of. He's saying all the right things, Cal, but I do not see it changing. I don't see how it can change in the short space of time that it needs to change. 2-3 months.
We've seen it change in specific games. I've always keep alluding to Aston Villa and Spurs. I'm going to use Aston Villa more in this case because me and Cal brought up the statistic a few times already since that game, which is the only 2 times that we scored through the center of the pitch were both in the Aston Villa game. Well, no, the other ones, I guess, Eze driving at the defense, whatever. But I'm talking about playing the ball. Yeah. I'm talking about playing the ball in central areas, like the goal that Zubimendi scores, the goal that Trossard who scores? No, Jesus. Jesus scores. Those balls are played through the middle of the park. Those are hit in what I just said, zone 14, which is where you guys just scored your goals this weekend. We are capable of doing it. It's about playing the players, being more assertive, being more direct, and just utilizing the center of the park. The fact that we always keep going wide allows defenses to set, to really pack the numbers and attack, defend against the crosses. And Saka is just, they do this the same play, right? I've watched this so many times. doesn't matter who's playing at fullback, but Saka is going to constantly allow the fullback to kind of to overlap or try to beat a player himself. That interplay on the offside side, and the defenses are just seeing that coming all night and all day, and then just having an answer for it every time.
They watch videos. I mean, Saka's really good
Yeah.
at what he does, but he does similar things all the time. He's just really good at it. And sometimes when someone's really good at something, you just can't stop them, you know?
That's why in some
Everyone
of the
knew,
best moments, Madueke is the one who's making a difference sometimes.
because
because
it's new, it's fresh. They don't know it, right? Saka, everyone kind of knows what Saka's game is, you know?
The thing
But,
is,
yeah,
the thing is with Saka is I think a lot of the times we're not even getting him one-on-one with the
hardly ever.
fullback
Yeah.
because they're just on him and they're stopping him from getting the ball. So a lot of times we try to play on the left. That's why we're playing on the left so much, because we're trying to suck the defense away from Saka. But sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes they don't really care what's happening on that left hand side.
What's crazy?
But
I
that's
Odegaard is the problem, by the way.
no, but like if Odegaard would actually be a creator and be a threat down the middle, and like we would, they would if we had threat going down the middle, Saka would just get more space.
Yeah, people are just not worried about what Odegaard's doing because Odegaard isn't asserting himself into games. He's not playing dangerous passes anymore. He's not. We were talking about Bruno and KDB. Well, Odegaard is far off that.
Oh yeah, by miles. How anyone compares Odegaard to Bruno.
And that's the thing. If we had a KDB or a Bruno in the middle of our park, nobody's able to double team Saka.
Yeah, true.
That's the problem. It's that.
I don't think we can.
Isn't that what Eze was supposed to do?
We can't play with the Bruno. We can't play with
It is
Bruno.
what Eze's supposed to do, but when Eze comes on in that position now, it's too late. The damage has been done. And
so you're saying he should be starting Eze? So you think
No,
Odegaard should
I don't
be
think-
dropped and should be started Eze?
That's not
I
it.
think I want us, before we drop Odegaard, I want to play the two together. I'm dropping Trossard first. Trossard had a really good patch, but he has not played well for about 3 weeks. And I think I want to have Eze and Odegaard together, have them swap, have a little bit more Saka popping up on the left-hand side, Eze popping up on the right-hand side, Odegaard popping up on the right, having a little bit more unpredictability. And
I mean, he was completely out of ideas. He put Madueke on the right and put Saka on the left. That didn't do anything.
Yeah,
that was the most creative thing he did all day.
He tried to put an element of surprise. Do you know what's crazy though, guys? All of this, and you're top of the Premier League, you're top of the Champions League group phase, whatever you call this new format. I wouldn't know because my team doesn't take part in it, right? And that's the truth, right? So it's not all doom and gloom.
You'll be back next year.
The reason we feel the way we feel and we're having a discussion that we're having is because Arsenal have not won a major trophy, Premier League, Champions League, in a very long time, right?
This team hasn't won anything.
Yeah,
like these group of players.
Yeah, it was Emery's group of players, wasn't it?
Well, it was like Arteta. Obviously, Arteta, he deserves the trophy that he won. But the team that he built, like Saka's like the only guy left. Who else is left from that team?
What from what team? What are you talking about? Arteta's
the team that
or Emery?
the team that won the FA Cup. Who's left? The players.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's a good point.
Gabriel
I don't
wasn't
think
there yet. Gabriel was
no.
in the summer.
You're right. He's built this team. Yeah.
Only one.
In terms of the
Martinelli.
Yep. The team that he's built is just not the same team,
Yeah.
And that's where the fear comes in, and that's where the doubt comes in, and that's where we don't know if this team can do it at the end of the day.
Genuinely though, if I ask you the question now, you've probably answered it. Do you think you'll go ahead and win the Premier League?
I think we'll still win the league. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Again, as I said, it's good that we're having this discussion in January. I think, look, we can criticize the performances of what we're seeing because I think we're just being honest and being truthful. But one thing I would say is a rallying cry behind Arteta, and this is coming from me, right? I'm going to do a little bit, go back to normal, Anton, for just a second and get out of this, negative headspace I've been in since your team did this to me the other day. Which is, we are still 4 points clear at the top of the league.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't got over the line for many years, but let's do something. Let's do something that gets us a different result this time. Let's give it a little bit less anxiety to the players. Tell them when they're not doing well, but get behind them. Don't get sucked in to the negative stuff. Because one of the things I'm telling you is the media right now are trying to breed as much negative energy. They're trying to get us turned against each other, turned against
But the
the
team
players.
also, but Anton, the team also has a responsibility to
Yes.
to uplift the fans.
There are
because
two parts.
because I'm sorry, if we're 1-0 down and I'm seeing Saliba standing on the football, looking left and looking right, and no one's creating space for him, the crowd is not going to cheer for that. There's
No,
nothing to
no.
cheer
That
about.
there's two parts to it, right?
Yeah,
That what Arteta was speaking about just now is
Yeah.
what you're talking about,
yeah.
right? Which is the players need to understand, hey, there's an opportunity here. Let's go out and grab it.
Mm.
This is January. It's not March. It's not April. It's not May. It's funny.
All we
it's
need to do
reverse
is play
psychology
the
for what people
football
tell
that
me
we
all the
played
time.
in 23-24. Like go on that run, like go on a similar run, and because
To be
to be honest with you, in terms of
Use
the
this
teams,
Kairat game as a Dubai trip opportunity.
yeah.
Honestly, I
this-
don't want to see a single first team player play tomorrow. I mean,
And-
starter. No way. No way.
And we don't. And we played, and at the end of the day, we played Liverpool and we played Manchester United in this run in that this dog shit running that we've had.
True.
We don't play them again. So the only big six teams I'd say we play next that are actually a threat. I think we have to play Newcastle again, and that's at home, and we have to play Manchester City away. I think Spurs away is barbecue chicken. Like they're completely like.
That being said, though, that's who
they're
Man City
mudded.
play next, and I'm looking at Man City's next two games, which is
I'm
away
sorry,
at,
Anton.
away
If we're
Tottenham
not
and
beating,
away at Anfield, and I think that in those games we need to make sure that we're picking up maximum points and putting pressure on them.
I think
They have to
we
come
should.
up with results in those stadiums.
I think we should be winning every single game up until the Manchester City
I'm
game.
telling you right now, by the way, as bad as Liverpool have been in certain games, under Slot, they are getting something from that Man City. They are not losing at home to Man City. This Man City right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're losing at home to Man City. I
So-
think they're getting something out of the game.
Yeah.
Like
Leeds is who you
Manchester-
have next, right?
Leeds is going to be a cardiac arrest because
They've done well against the top teams. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, for
We
me,
should
I've
be
been
beating
looking at
Leeds.
that one before this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I'm looking at Leeds,
absolutely, without a doubt, have to beat Leeds. If we don't, I'll tell you right now.
no, but that's what I
If
mean.
we don't
like
beat Leeds, I'm seriously starting to question whether we're going to win this.
question. If we don't beat Leeds, we're not winning this league. I'm done. I'm done if we
Because-
don't beat Leads.
David,
If you
David,
guys
I
remember
said this,
quickly-
right?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm serious. I'm
I hear
finished
you,
if
but
we don't beat
I
Leeds.
think you need to check Leeds' results against the big teams this year.
No,
And
but we put ourselves in this position.
I get you, Cal,
like-
but I think you should beat Leeds.
No,
But it's
no.
not an easy ask, It's not an easy
You can't.
ask. Leeds.
You can't tell me. You remember that same statistic? That you played. No team has ever won the league dropping 4 games in a row.
Yeah, right.
So you're telling me that
Right.
we're gonna drop points against Leeds?
Right. That's my point, Cal. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
And
I
then
would
we
be
have
a
to play-
massive hypocrite if we drop 4 straight games and I said, "Oh, that we can do it."
Yes.
Because I said-
yes.
And not
City
only
did it
that,
and they
we
can't
still
do
have
it.
to play City away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Away.
Well, yeah. Jeez.
They would be it would be in if we drop points to Leeds, it would be in their hands because
That's
they would have
of
to win
course.
all their games and they'd win the league.
dropping points in 4 games in a row at this point with this squad, everyone back from fitness,
And we're all healthy, yeah.
would be an unmitigated disaster. That would be one of the worst crimes in football history.
Well, it
to
would
do-
be
to do
what
that.
it would be what rivals and some of your own fan base has said could happen from
Well-
the very beginning,
Yeah.
where you capitulate and you bottle it. That's what it was. That's what it would be.
That'd
Oh,
be
this
a
would-
bottling
This
worse
would be
than anything I've ever
100% bottling. Yeah.
This would be a bottling worse than anything we've ever done before. This would be the
My
worst bottle
God.
we've ever
The
experienced.
amount
in
of
that.
compilations that Terry Floors is going to make of me on the football terrace if we don't fucking win is going to.
To be honest, Terry's just gonna say, "Calm down and don't get angry, guys." Back the
No.
team.
But
Yeah,
if Man City win the league, anytime
Terry's going to be more gutted than you. Terry's going to be more gutted than
No. No. I'm saying if we lost to Leeds, I think Terry says, hey guys,
Of course he
calm
does.
down.
He says, "Calm down. Arsenal are still scary." I mean, I can picture it now, to be
Yeah,
honest. But
I'm not like
yeah, if
I'm
you
not listening.
I don't think you lose to Leeds. I think you could draw. I think there's a
No, but
possibility
that's
that it could be a draw.
no,
That would
no.
be what? If Man City win their game, that would be
Mm.
2 points. Is that right? Yeah, 2 points behind.
So, no, but see, we play first. That's what I was telling you, David, on your show the other day. Arsenal must beat Leeds, go up 7 points again, restore the 7-point lead.
Yeah, yeah.
They have to go to Spurs and be like, all right, City, let's see what
True.
you got.
I think they're going to
True.
beat Spurs. By the way, Spurs are
You
just so bad now.
thought that they would beat Manchester United. I actually have no faith in this Man City team.
I said I thought. I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't
Spurs
super
is like,
confident
it's like,
about United.
come on, what did we
I'm
just
super confident
what
they
did we
beat
just
Spurs.
learn right now with Man United ourselves? Sorry, like we talk about Spurs like there's some
I
sort of
rate
dead
Manchester
team, like,
United players. Like, what do Spurs have?
Yeah, it's true. I
A
mean, when you
great
look at
record
our
against
team
Man
on
City.
paper,
Spurs are missing.
they do have a great
Brendan
record.
Johnson.
They do have a great
Ba-
record.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
Spurs
I
are
mean,
crap.
but they do have a great record.
they don't
Cal,
even have
against
Brendan
Man
Johnson.
City.
Brendan Johnson's at
Yeah,
Crystal
he's
Palace.
That's
he's
what I
left.
mean. They're missing him. They're missing him. Like they're
As in
losing him.
missing him as a player. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
arrogant of them to sell him. Like,
Yeah.
as
Brendan
in,
Johnson
you
is
remember place in
Brent,
Tottenham, like-
Brendan Johnson is like he's dog shit, bro. Like you see this guy play.
but then they've lost like Kudos for like basically the rest of the year, and like now they don't have a right winger.
And you think this team's gonna beat Manchester City? That's not happening.
But the point is, Spurs have a great record against Man City. That's Man City's bogey team. It is, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, David. Every time Arsenal fans are praying for someone to do something against City,
We've
Yeah, it's
gotten
not
it.
good.
We've gotten
Yeah,
it. But every time
yeah.
it's happened, I said this to KJ the other day.
no, they
Like,
drop points when no one expects them to
You
drop
know what's
points.
so funny?
Yeah.
So David,
But have you taken
would
advantage
laugh,
of
right?
it? You haven't.
You,
No,
you would laugh.
no.
You would laugh at this, David. Right? This is my new
Go on.
gimmick, right? When you guys played Man City, and KJ goes, "Oh, we're gonna get destroyed today," and I said, "We, we are Manchester United, the greatest team in the history of English football. There's no way we're losing to." I said, "We keep saying we're losing to Man City today," and KJ goes, "Anton, you were being absolutely shameless." And like, it worked with Chelsea, it worked with Newcastle. I'm
Yeah,
3
yeah,
for
yeah.
3 on
I
this.
wish it
pretending to be
would
their
work with
fan.
us, Anton. Honestly, I really wish it would work with us.
Yeah, you just haven't
Honestly.
taken advantage, Anton, and that's where the criticism has come. Right, City are not great at the moment. They're not terrible,
No.
right? They are the second. They are the second best team in the
leave
league.
them in the fight. Or not that-
Exactly.
Before,
Yeah.
after they lost to you, they were on the mat. Like,
Yeah, they were, yeah.
We scored 1 goal against fucking Nottingham Forest. One goal.
We
Gary
scored that game.
Martinelli.
Yeah,
You
we
score. Come on, bro. And they would have been knocked out mentally. Go on to the fact that they were about to lose to Bodo Glimt 3 days later.
Yeah.
That would have been.
I mean,
that
and
would
this
have
is the
been
problem.
nightmare.
And this is the problem. We breathe life into this title race. We snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. You
If
know,
we don't win the
It's
league, I will
ridic- it's-
remember this
it's-
week. I'll remember them losing to United and Bodo
Yeah, well,
Glimt.
you
and
saw
being
my
like,
clip.
what could have been, and the fact that
You
we
saw
didn't
my
take
clip.
advantage of it.
It was us
Yeah.
that started it. It was us that saved football.
I know it was you who fucking
Save
fucking
football.
stopped my.
saving
Saved
football,
football.
and
You stopped it from being 50 games unbeaten as well. I'll never fucking forget.
That's
that,
why I
David.
said it'll always be us that puts an obstacle in your way. It will always be
I mean-
us that has a say.
I
when
mean,
it
you
comes
didn't
to
stop us from
Arsenal.
going invincible. But
I remember
that's
when
just-
we.
Yeah.
when
No, we
were
didn't, but we
chasing
ended
Leicester.
it before the 50th game. We
The
did.
year
It was
Leicester won
us.
the league, right? And we had to go to Old Trafford. We had a chance to go top because Leicester had just
Yeah.
dropped points. And Marcus Rashford, who at that point played his first ever game in the Premier League, scores like a double or a hat trick against us.
I think it was a double, yeah.
And I was like, this
we
Man
did.
United team is so crap. No way we're
Yeah.
losing them, even at Old Trafford. And
Yeah.
every time, yeah.
Yeah, it is every time. It is every
Fuck
time.
me,
Yeah,
man.
we will always have a say. But the crazy thing is we beat Man City for you as well, right? And had you taken advantage of that, Anton, even if you had lost to United, you'd be fine, right?
Yeah,
You
we'd
just-
still be. We would still be.
Seven,
still be
maybe?
7. Yeah, be still be
Yeah,
7. Yeah.
7. Yeah, 7. So you've had so many chances to just shut this league down and basically make City give up. because they've almost looked like they were going to give up at certain points, especially after the Man United game. But now it looks more alive than it ever has.
I mean, look,
guys.
Yeah, that's
they
what I
played
mean.
Wolves, so I want to see. First of all, tomorrow's a big day for them in the Champions League, right? Because it could be a big blow for them if they don't make the top 8, and they're going to have to end up playing in that playoff in 2 extra games. So they have a lot more on their mind that's going to be going on for them. Then they play against Spurs, and then they have to go to Anfield as well. They also have the second leg in the cup, which I think is a foregone conclusion.
Done and dusted. Yeah.
But they have a lot of big games coming up themselves. So there's so much that's
honestly,
going to go on in this title.
if I be 100% honest with you, Newcastle is more than capable of scoring a couple of goals against them and giving them a nervy game. You know, they're probably going to win, but even if they have a tough game, it'll wear them down.
So that's why.
But
that's what I mean,
at the end of the day,
we need to
at the
turn
end
our
of the day,
form around and start playing like
we can't. You can't just. No one's gonna hand us the league. We need to take destiny by both hands.
Yeah,
and go out there
listening to
and
you
win.
guys now, and there's a lot of, I think City will drop points here. I think City will drop points there. I'm hearing that a lot from you guys, and I hear it, and I hear you wanting to rely on that. But Arsenal need to.
But I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that every time. I mean,
I'm not.
I think I was talking
though.
to Positive Dan in the chats, and he was like, dude, I don't trust the City team. The City team's just not going to win. And I'm like, dude, like, we need to take destiny by both hands. We need to go out there, be proactive, and win. Like, no team ever does anything great. No one has done anything great by just sitting back and letting others fall away.
Yeah.
You must climb.
You must claim what's
goddammit.
yours. You must claim what's yours, and you
No,
haven't claimed it.
I'm just going to say this right now. I do not. Even if I guess I want to win the league. Right, but if our first time winning the league is coming because we're dropping lots of points and our challenger is also dropping lots of points, it doesn't feel the same as if we took it by both hands and started.
I'm sorry, Anton. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about. I don't care how we win this league.
I don't know. Okay,
I
Cal.
really don't care.
One difference between me and you, and I love you, bro, and I respect you, and you're my podcast partner here. I've seen the Invincibles. I saw the last time we won the Premier League title. With Thierry Henry, with Dennis Bergkamp.
It's hard to compare to that, though.
But we won big games. You know what we did? Manchester United at home that year? Thierry Henry scored one of the most iconic goals.
I remember.
In the history of the.
But we don't.
I'm with Cal. I'm with Cal here.
Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like I think saying, oh, we need to win the league in this way. No, we just need to win it. Because because if we win it, it proved that we took it with both hands. That's the point. Because if we win it,
this at the start, you deserve to be where you are.
Yeah,
I said that at the very start. So if you win it, Anton, Cal, you deserve it. That's the end of the story.
We could easily lose to Leeds or drop points to Leeds and then lose to Manchester City, and then we don't win the title.
I mean, look, David. I told you, I on record, and you know about this, right? I went on 6-sided the day after we overtook Liverpool for the first time of the year, and everyone laughed at me. They mocked me, and they tried to get me to say it, and I didn't even have any doubt about it. I said, Arsenal, we're overtaking Liverpool now. We will never ever drop out of first for the rest of the season, and it's still
no. If we drop out of first,
I said that in September, and we are now in January, and it's still true.
No,
so
but
I still stick to that.
But Anton, if we drop out of first, it's over.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like at that point though, to be able to
I know what you're saying.
I
know what you're saying.
Peek in front and then never let it go would be something.
No, but like if we go behind, like I don't even want to think about that.
There are a lot of people who analyze the season. Oh, there'll be time where City will be in front. There'll be time when Arsenal in front. It'll be really interesting. And I'm just still sitting there and shaking my head and like, at what time is City going to be in front? I'm sorry.
This is happening. Now, if you're Arteta, you see what
wait, hold up. Wait, hold on, David. Is that how you're talking right now? Is that you mean that right now? Or you're saying about is that you saying how you were?
Is that over how I were? I'm just saying that's
is this past tense Anton or present tense Anton?
A mixture of the two.
Jesus Christ.
Because look, I'm not going to sorry, Cal. As much as I've apologized to football today, I'm not going to remove completely who I am or on the back of
you just so you're results. Saying there is no way that Manchester City, no way.
I'm not
no way. Hold up.
Yes. There's no way.
Okay.
But I do believe that I still stick to it that Arsenal will be first. all the way to the end of the season.
Yeah.
We're never going to
Yeah.
drop out.
Yeah.
Is it possible for us not to? Of course it is.
Okay,
But
okay.
this
That's
is
what
just my
I
prediction.
I thought this was another 100%
I'm not. No.
chance.
I'm not taking it out of the realm of possibility.
Okay.
Of
But
course you're
it's my
not. Because
prediction.
Cunha made sure of that, mate.
I know.
Cunha made
I know.
sure of that.
No,
if
but
you're-
you know,
if you
even without that, if it's 2-2, I'm still feeling the same way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Totally. It's still not a good result for you guys at home.
No,
for
Patrick
sure.
Dorgu did it more than Matthias Cunha.
Yeah, I mean,
made us
Cunha was
chase
a
the
dagger.
game.
Nah, Cunha was a
Yeah.
dagger, man. Cunha was a
For
dagger.
you,
But I mean,
I think Cunha did more for you than he did for us. For us, a draw was a bad result anyway. I was still reeling
But you
out
We
say-
needed
you
we
say-
needed to
you-
lose.
you say
I
that,
think
you
I
say-
honestly think Cunha might have just saved our season.
you
Because if
say
that was a
you-
draw, like honestly, David, I think if that was a draw, I think a lot
Mm.
of fans and I think the coach, and I think a lot of people be like, you know what, Manchester United, they put up a fight.
Yeah,
You
it's a
know,
tough to
well,
play
you know,
against
tough
United
game to
draw.
play.
Yeah,
We drew,
yeah.
so we walk away with a point. The fact that you killed us, the fact that you
Yeah.
killed us in the game, you
Had a
embarrassed
bigger
us the way we
impact.
did.
Yeah.
This is a much bigger impact.
Yeah.
That the extra point, the embarrassment, the extra point wouldn't be with what that spanking did to us. Now we're gonna see what this team's actually made of. To be honest,
You say that
we're gonna
though,
see
yeah,
it.
but I would never
No.
sacrifice a point, guys. Yeah,
No, I would.
My team has lost the league to Manchester City on goal difference on the final kick of the season. Yeah, points matter.
I mean, no, but look at the teams. Look at the teams you were going with. Your teams didn't need to be kicked up the backside. Your teams didn't need a slap and to be told, you know,
God.
hey guys, you need to actually try to win. You had Sir Alex. You know what I mean? You had Sir Alex
Sir
like
Alex
steering the
Ferguson
wheel.
doesn't talk like
So when
that, by the
people,
way.
because I know what you're saying, David, but when Manchester United fans try to tell Arsenal fans, hey, you know, this is how you win, it's like, no, it's different. We haven't. We're not used to winning. Like
It's a different time, yeah, for sure.
It's like what you guys were doing was a machine. Like you. So the points, the 1 point would mean a lot more because it means the machine is still going. For us,
I really
our
hope
machine.
we don't come
We're
back
not
on this
machine yet.
conversation, Cal. I really hope we don't come back on this conversation because if you lose the league by 1 point,
It wouldn't make.
you're gonna remember what
He
you
wants
said.
that because now he's gonna be like, Cunha denied Arsenal the Premier League title. That's gonna be
No, but the thing is,
David's gonna make a clip about that on his
No, I'm
video-
just
on
saying
his
points
videos,
matter.
man.
I get your point,
I mean,
Cal,
if we
for sure. I get your
if we
point.
continue to play like shit, we would never winning the league anyway. And like this is the problem. This is the dilemma right here, right? If we continue to play like shit, we were never going to win the league. And if from this point on we play to our potential, we're definitely winning the league.
What
You
is
know
the
what I'm
goal
saying?
difference, by the way? I know you might not know this off by heart, but what is the goal difference between City and Arsenal?
think-
Can
I think
anyone
They're
our-
up
check?
by 1 now. They're above us by 1.
Yeah.
We were
They
on
actually
the
beat us
goal
in goal difference.
And
Well,
then we were up by 1. I
by
think we were
one.
1 plus.
They're up by 1.
We lost by 1 and they won by 2. And
Yeah,
then they're up by 1
guys, this could very easily. It's happened before. And do you know what? Football fans think it's out of the realms. A league can't go to goal difference, right? Mate, like this league could easily go to goal difference.
If this league goes to goal difference, one or two things happened. It's either Manchester City literally completely transforms their team and Pep takes them to another level, or Arsenal was shit.
Yeah. But you just said earlier, Cal, let me re-ask you now. You said winning the league is winning the league.
Yeah,
If you won the league on goal difference, would you feel the same way?
if we won.
Okay, then. There you go. So
Hey, the man is in the building.
TFT,
Terry.
the big one. Hey,
the biggest
hey.
Arsenal fan there is. What are you saying, Terry? Arsenal are scared, Terry. They're not scary. Arsenal are scared. This could be KJ. This could be KJ.
They could be KJ. Big ups to you. But yeah, winning the league is winning the league. If we don't win the league, we're just not good enough. It's just that simple, whether it's goal difference or not. For me, if we win on goal difference, I'll be shameless. I'll be like, yes, we won it. We did it. I don't care how we did it. We finally got it across the line.
And of course,
if we lose on goal difference, I'm gonna say,
Yep, you know who
it's
it is now.
look how red David is. It's definitely Terry.
I'm not sure, that also could be KJ.
Nah,
It's confirmed. It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
Yeah, but like if we lose this on goal difference, I'll be like, why are we 7 points ahead, and then we're losing the league on goal difference to this Manchester City team? Why did that happen?
Yeah. I hear
Like
you. I hear you.
we've already lost too much for me not to blame the team for losing. You know what I mean? Like we've already thrown too much away. You know, like our the difference that we built up. It's not like we're on 55 points and City's on 54.
I hear
And
you.
it's
I
like,
hear you, Cal.
you know what I mean?
We-
So we've already dropped too many points for there to be any sort of excuse as to
I
losing
hear
on
you.
goal difference. You know
But
what I
every
mean?
point counts. Every point counts. And I honestly
does.
did not realize the goal difference was that tight.
You
You're
know
telling me
something
they're
weird?
only one ahead of you, yeah? Plus one, as in one ahead
They've
of
got
you on
more
goal
goals
difference.
than us as well. So even if we
But
had the same goal
yeah.
difference, they have goals scored.
Yeah,
They'll have
exactly.
goals scored.
Wow.
We're
Wow.
not scoring more
Okay.
goals than Man City this year. That
They
I
have
will
a
tell you
history.
for
They
fact.
won it against us on goal difference. They could if they could pull it off again the
Oh my
same
God.
way. So every
I would
point
feel
counts.
absolutely sick.
Do you know
If
what?
we lost,
I've got
no,
a
that's
feeling. I've got a feeling, boys. I think you're going to lose the league on goal difference.
Look at him.
Nah,
The
I don't think so.
last time he was here, he was like, guys, you know, I have to say, it's your league this year, guys. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like,
This is why I'll always say this. It's like people think Arsenal fans are annoying. Wait till Manchester United start doing something. You will see the worst of the worst. You would beg for Arsenal to be the only, scary team.
To
If
be
Manchester
honest,
United, dude,
Terry, if you're still in here, I am really curious to see in a year that you guys are winning the league, because I don't think you ever had the football terrace when United last won the league.
it's been 13 years, right?
What you would look like, how you would keep your composure behind the mic, like
mate.
if you're in it like that, like it's gonna be hard to be impartial. Like I'm telling you, it's hard to be impartial.
Every time Man United wins a game, he drinks his body weight in alcohol, bro. So if they won the league, the geezer wouldn't do it. He'd collapse on stream 100%.
Bro,
He
Manchester
wouldn't last the
United on
stream.
stream keep calling my entire team and manager pussies. Like that,
Yeah,
that every time, bro. Everyone's calling our team pussies. Everyone. Like we don't need Manchester United winning anything, bro. Like, dude. Like we don't need that.
The final point I'd make, guys, is you're top of the Premier League, you're top of the Champions League. Why would you change anything if you're Arteta?
Oh.
You would change absolutely nothing if you're Arteta.
I mean, he said he's going to change, isn't he?
Here he comes. Here he comes.
And David's feeling. I remember David said he had a feeling Amram was going to win us the league this season. That was 3 weeks after he said Amram might relegate us.
Listen, I get feelings.
Oh, you got done. You got done.
Feelings.
Yeah. You got done.
I gotta say, Tel, though, as hard as it was to lose to you, seeing that moment where you had your kids come into the studio and like, oh my God, we beat Arsenal. And I said that to David afterwards, 'cause I was on David's show. I'm like, that's why he bigs us up all the time, because when you guys win games like that against Arsenal, it means something to you a little bit more, because you haven't sat there shitting on Arsenal for the last 12 weeks and then bigging that up. So like, I see why you do what you do, you know? So,
yeah. No, I need to wait for him to. I missed it. Yeah. Good lad. Here he comes. Good man. I appreciate you, Terry. I miss you too, mate. I miss clashing with you too, you know? But I need to see a video of you calling Arsenal scared, not scary. When I see that, then I might be back, bruv.
He I think he waited until you beat us to actually do like the Arsenal watch along stuff, because we hadn't seen one of those the whole year.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, my prediction here, not that it means anything now, Terry's discredited my whole, feelings, right? I think Arsenal will lose the league on goal difference. You heard it here first on Fire Them Cannons. Arsenal will lose the league on goal difference. And Cal said he doesn't need that point against Man United. And that Cunha goal did more good than harm. That's what Cal the Gunner said, yeah?
CalGunner.
Right?
Yeah, but yes. I believe that. I think without that goal, we don't get that Arteta interview.
I see the logic from both of you saying.
We don't get Arteta saying we're going to change the way we play.
He can't change it. How's he
said
changing it now?
He said he would. At least he's going to try.
I don't see how he changes it. They will always revert to type.
I mean, honestly, David, if what you're saying is true, we're fucking doomed, and there's nothing we can do to
Yeah,
win,
yeah.
which is just not true.
No, no.
That's just not true.
No, what you can do to win is keep doubling down on what you do. You're fantastic at set pieces. Declan Rice needs to step up a little bit more like he was a few months ago. Gabriel needs to keep scoring his headers. That's what you need to carry on doing. That's how you win the league.
But you just said it.
Specialists. The
But you
dark
just
arts
said.
specialists.
But you just said we'll revert to type and lose the league on goal difference.
That's what I think will happen. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I think
but
will happen.
but reverting to type is the set pieces. But you just said we're going to win doing that. So
No,
which
that's
one
the
is
only way you can win. That's the only way you can win.
So
But
so
I've
what
got
you're
a
saying?
feeling you're
What
going to
you're
lose it
saying?
on goal difference.
What you're saying is that we should roll the dice and just keep doing
Oh my
what we're
God,
doing.
this conversation.
But you think we're going to lose anyway? But you think we're going to lose anyway?
I don't think you can change it, is what I'm saying. And what you've done has got you into the position that it's got you into. So if I was your manager, if I was Arteta, I wouldn't take a risk in changing it. That's where I would be at.
Dude,
But
you would
if
get
you're-
Arteta sacked, bro. Like, you just want this guy to lose. Bro said,
I mean-
hey.
I low key think that's what half the fans are doing, because like, this is an Arsenal team that's finally woken up, that's actually playing consistently, and we want to get rid of the manager that's giving this Arsenal team that sort of consistency right away. Because
I mean, if he loses,
it's an unknown. We like, as much as we say he has to win the league or we sack him, which I still believe that. You can see that coming out of me right now as we're starting to slip, right?
Yeah.
And that's genuine. But at the second time of it, and it's a risk we might have to take, is we don't know what's on the other side.
Nah, it's nothing this season. Like, don't be ridiculous. Obviously, we backed the team, we backed the manager until the very end.
Right.
Yeah. But like, we backed the team, we backed the manager
Sorry,
until the very
if
end.
we win no trophies this season, given the way this season was looking right now, I can't even defend.
Well,
the man.
that means
I'm going to be surprised to see if Positive Dan will be able to defend the man.
He'd be the biggest loser on planet Earth if he freaking can't win one trophy in this position with this team. There's no way he's gonna win some. Like, I don't
we
believe.
said that at the year,
like,
but then we couldn't have predicted. I mean, maybe I could have. How much of a strong position that we were in.
No.
Point.
We're not very
increased the pressure even further upon his position. So like, there's no scenario now where I'm just like, we don't win a trophy, and I'm like, okay, Arteta, let's go. We go again. No.
Yeah, but I don't think he should just double down and play the same the football that scored us 0 goals against Liverpool and 0 goals against freaking Nottingham Forest. You know, like, I just don't believe that.
But just play a lineup that's a little bit more daring at the start of the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like.
I think we should be playing the football.
The Trossard Odegaard thing is a discussion we had a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's we're beyond that now. Let's gamble.
Yeah.
Let's try to play
the football that we played against Chelsea, you know. Let's press teams, let's take more risks, even if it means opening up a little bit more at the back. We will score. You know.
Yeah.
100%. Go because we've conceded goals, you know, giving the ball back.
Score like 6 tomorrow against Kairat.
We've conceded more goals on the back foot than we did on the front foot. I'm sorry. We just, like, how many last minute winners or draws we conceded because we were on the back foot?
Oh no, you're
have you had a blip this season at all, apart from now?
Right now.
This is our blip.
Yeah, I'm asking as in before this. You haven't had one, have you?
The draws,
we had a little
draws thing with Chelsea and Villa. I think back to back was drop points. That was the biggest one we had, because after that,
but even then, performances up until that point was decent. Performances
this is the first time.
We also were injured back then. I had things that I'm not concerned because we had our entire starting back four was out in the Villa game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the first blip.
This is me being consistent, David. This is what people don't fucking understand about me. They're starting to see what I'm like when the team is showing adversity. I said I'd be more worried if we were fully healthy and we were losing games like that. Well, here we are. Here we fucking are.
What I will say is, this is your first official blip, right? Like, you've got all your players, your football's not as fluent as it has been. This is your first official blip.
Yes.
There's a history of this under Arteta where, let's say we put the season into 3/3, right? The third of the season, Arsenal start to dip under Arteta. There seems to be a history of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've noticed.
Hashim, that is shameless.
Yeah. Very well done. Very well done.
You know what? I think you guys will be in the Champions League next year. I do.
Yeah,
Yes,
whether
I
we're
think
in it or not, Hashim, with all due respect, we've won it 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You have no
Oh, big
history
up.
of winning it. You have
He's a
no
Chelsea
history of
fan.
winning
He
it.
does have a
Oh,
history of winning
right.
it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. You have a history of slipping up when it matters, mate, and then us winning it against you. Yeah, that's what we have. But listen, with our
That's so funny.
with our
He thought he was an
yeah,
Arsenal fan.
I thought he was an Arsenal fan, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you've got a little bit of a history and do some research on it. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I have a feeling that the tail end of the season, you seem to drop off a little bit, and this could be it.
That didn't
This
happen
could be
in
I
the
don't need to do any
23-24
research. I've
season.
seen it with my eyes.
I mean, that didn't happen in 23-24 season. We had an amazing run, you know.
Yeah.
We dropped like what?
The 22-23
we
is
dropped
the one that's
4
more
points.
comparable.
We dropped like 4 points in the run-in. For the entire thing, we just were going up against an amazing Manchester City team. We're not going up against an amazing Manchester City team anymore. Like we're not. So, if we lose this league,
Yeah.
it'll be on
Guys,
us.
look, I gotta head
Yeah.
off.
We
but
have-
I think
so much for having
yeah. Well, we need to wrap up this as well.
Yeah,
so
but I want to say to David, thank you so much.
thank you.
For your time. You're sitting there in the office in your gym, like
Yeah.
like you're. By the way, I have to say, you missed only one time the entire year, and that was because you were wearing Brighton.
Sorry.
So I gave you an excuse.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been in the chat. This man sitting all the way to my studio.
God knows it always confuses me as well.
Yeah.
Is the only person who has been supporting this channel since episode
course.
1. He's the
Mate,
OG,
we have to
and I
support
will-
each other, right? We have to support
Yep,
each other. And
yep.
you guys are great. And sorry if I say crazy stuff about Arsenal, but it's all love.
Nah,
at the
that's
end
why
of the
you're
day,
here.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, man.
That's why I invited
But
you here. I was like, this is the
Exactly.
perfect time to bring
Yeah.
David on. I'm
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's
Thank
time-
you,
it's time
guys.
to wrap up.
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been
Yeah.
emotional,
Thank
guys.
you.
See you soon.
It's been
Yeah.
emotional.
Bye.
See ya.
and we'll be there with you on your channel at one point too, my friend. That is no doubt. Yeah.
I
So
think-
we are over 2 hours, aren't we?
Yeah. So I think we should probably start wrapping
Can I
up
just
now.
bring up one point that I wanted to bring as on the agenda? A few things that just a few tweets to bring up onto the screen that we wanted to bring. This is not going to take too long of our time, but I do want to bring it up. Here we go. The first one you wanted to talk about.
This was Hand of Arsenal
by the
saying
way, friend of the show.
yeah. Our fans don't deserve this embarrassment, which is, I think it's 100% correct. And I was actually quite surprised that he was kind of scathing with his remarks, because I know he's obviously close to the club. But this is exactly how the fans felt, and I was pretty taken aback. And I think Arteta's responded. He's responded with his comments that he made. So big up to Hand of Arsenal. He's not a bot guy. He's not a shill. He'll say things as they need to be said.
Yeah, and look, to be fair, since then the manager has gone on to kind of echo some of those sentiments as well himself, as you've displayed. So let's hope. But one more topic I wanted to cover on this one, and it's just kind of a message for us, because shit like this comes out. Whether I want to talk about the credibility of the man who's sending out this story and whether it's true or not is a whole other debate. But for me, let's just put this to the side. Stuff like this, when we see these types of stories, if it's true, like as Cal has said, Anton has gone worst cross captain in Arsenal history. If it's true, if this is true, by the way, and time will only tell, then I'd be very disappointed what he's doing, and I would also say that nobody's bigger than the football club. Like, we've already bought Berriese. Ethan Wanieri is going to come back from loan, and I think we're going to be perfectly fine in that position, and we move on. But one thing I would be wary about, guys, right, is don't take the cheese. The media this week, I've already seen it, and I've tried my best to ignore certain videos.
Don't take the cheese.
The media this week is going to do their best to make it feel like Arsenal have so much drama going on. Arsenal have fallen off a cliff. Arsenal have lost it, X, Y, and Z. And while we are in a bit of a bad patch, don't let people capitalize on that. Why do Arsenal lose to Manchester United and all of a sudden I've got stories like exclusive, Martin Odegaard shocker that nobody saw coming. And by the way, if I go through the thing, it's saying like how he wants to leave or blah 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 blah, or he wasn't happy with not playing coming off early against Man United, but there are no proper sourcings that is coming from anywhere. And for me, it just reeks of BS to me. And I want us to kind of just not be sitting here and letting people make us fight with each other, make us panic, make us call out our own players, especially our own captain, in the middle of a title charge. If he leaves at the summer, it is what it is. But right now, we're trying to win the league, and getting wrapped up in stuff like this can only do us harm, because we're creating division within our fan base. I wonder what Cal thinks about it.
I think well, I'll just before I say that, Alec, I think Akel, I think it's the first time you said anything here. Big ups to you. The guys, I'm a United fan. He's not good enough. You put Bruno Fernandes in that team, he'll win you. Guys are comfortable. Well, there's not many players as good as Bruno Fernandes just out there, you know. And I think if Odegaard plays to his potential, we can play the league. We can win the league. And we will win the league if he plays his potential, to be honest. I think the problem with Odegaard is that he doesn't step up in the big moments. And I have been defending Odegaard a lot. I said Odegaard is back. I made a video about it in my channel saying Odegaard is back, you know, because he had a spell of games where he just was looking unplayable. But when he doesn't show up, and when our manager is subbing him off at the 55th minute against a big game like Manchester United, it's a really, really bad look. So it's very hard to defend Odegaard right now. Him getting linked to a big club, to be honest with you, like whether it's even if this is legit, and he's getting linked to other clubs, like other teams want him, you know, like other teams would want Odegaard. So like he's gonna get linked. Like Saka's gonna get linked. You know, Gabriel and Saliba are gonna get linked. So turning on a player just because they get linked is nonsense. But like he does deserve to be criticized for his performances in the last 3 Prem games. Tone says Musiala is better than Fernandes. I don't think so.
By the way, Musiala is a player I would love to have at Arsenal. But
yeah, I would love to have him though.
Yeah.
Musiala does different things. He's definitely a better dribbler. But I don't think he's a better creator.
Yeah, but I think Wirtz is how long it took Wirtz to adapt to the Premier League is a bit of a warning sign for
Bruno Fernandes is a luxury player. I don't think Bruno Fernandes would do the pressing and stuff that we need want him to do. But do we need 3 midfielders pressing? I think it'd be good to have a guy that just focuses on creativity.
To be honest, actually, I've been thinking about this, right, Cal? You know, when we went on our big streak of 9 straight games with clean sheets. I'm going to go back to this comment. Who was starting in all of those games?
Was it Eze?
Yeah.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Musiala is better than Fernandes.
You did that.
Oh, yeah, I did it. Every team would love. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need my 10 to. I don't expect my 10 to press, to be fair, but Arteta does.
Yeah.
He did.
That's
what CDMs are for. Well, everyone presses. Everyone. And I think that's a system change that needs to happen. I hope that's one of the changes that he plays.
I would not change the fact that Odegaard presses the ball when we're at our best, when we're in the ball high and creating extra chances for us. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be discouraging that.
If it makes him too tired to be creative, if he can do it while being creative, then yes. If him pressing makes his head fuzzy and he can't be creative, then it needs to end. But like sacrifices must be made. To you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like if we just need him to press, we might as well just get freaking what's this guy name who just got signed for Tottenham?
What's his Conor Gallagher?
Conor Gallagher. Like we do, like really? Because right now he's playing like Conor Gallagher. He's just running up and down. He's not doing anything. So yes, he's really good at the press, but if it's stopping him from being creative, he should definitely not press anymore. But to be honest with you, I think that's all we have to say. We're on like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Pretty long stream today. Big ups to David again. Guys, please like and subscribe.
Go follow David as well, by the way.
Yeah, please follow David Speaks. David Speaks Football. Follow him as well. Big ups to him for spending so much time today on the live.
By the way, please we do have a big announcement though about our channel moving forward. That we do want everybody to be involved in. Cal, do you want to touch on that for a second? To everybody, the people coming.
I think it's kind of late. I would want to do it fresh.
No, as in Sky. I'll just say for a second because we are going to be having lives, 2 more lives throughout the rest of the week. So what I will say now is that we are
okay,
planning some big
okay.
things for this channel. This channel is about to grow. Me and Cal are putting all of our eggs in this channel. So anybody who's been watching videos on CalGunner TV or on HotSport, which by the way, still subscribe to them, please.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing more of our CalGunner TV and HotSport content here on Fire Them Cannons. And as well, we are going to be doing a lot more lives. We've got many more shows, regular shows, with not just
A
me
lot
and
more
Cal,
guests.
but
A lot
other
more
guests
guests.
in there
Yeah.
coming up. So this channel, we're trying to our best to really push this channel and bring as much exposure. You saw the people in this, the taking like this is the largest I've seen our comment section. It gets larger and
our
larger
comment
every
section.
single week.
Yeah.
And
our
the
channel
amount of
is
people you guys are
growing.
involved, I like honestly, I appreciate
Yeah.
all of you guys for all you're doing.
And we're starting to
because
get
of that.
we're starting to get regulars as well, and this is something that we don't even see on our other channels, like guys like Tone, who's like always here. Like we're starting to
Nate,
build
the
a little
gunner,
bit of
who
a
was here
community.
earlier.
The gun as well. We're starting to build a little bit of a community here, and we want to be doing more lives. We're gonna have like more panel shows, even a little bit more less Arsenal centric content, a little bit like kind of like how David came on here and he spoke some Manchester United. We might be talking about a bit more other clubs, but we will, because of how much more content we'll be doing, we'll be technically talking about even more Arsenal, having more Arsenal panelists come on as well as doing more like videos as well. So
Yeah. So
we'll
tomorrow
record.
night, I believe we
Yeah.
have another live stream. So guys, be back tomorrow at what time in UK time? 8 a.m. UK time.
8 UK time. We're gonna have Seb on, and we're gonna have Jake on.
Yeah, and that's not even the last live of the week. We're also trying to work out another live maybe
Yeah,
a day or two after
for the
that as
weekend.
well.
Yeah,
So guys, keep it locked here. We've got big things going on this channel. We're literally investing all of our time and energy in here to just for you, honestly. Like that's what motivates us to do this more, is that we see you guys are here every day. We see you guys are consuming the content. You guys are still here in the live chat after 2 hours and 17 minutes as well. So we're doing this as a gift to you. We have a lot of good friends. As you can see, some people who popped up in the comment section today that me and Cal have that we can turn to and be like, hey guys, what would you mind coming on Fire Them Cannons and entertaining, our community here. And another thing I want to say one more thing before as well. We're going to have Jake on tomorrow. Jake started out as one of you. He went out, he was proactive. He emailed me and Cal and said, hey guys, I'd love to be a part of Fire Them Cannons. I'd love to come on the shows. And I didn't even wait. I put him on the very next show and I saw the talent that he's got. And now I'm making him a regular on this channel. So guys, like me and Cal, we're literally you guys, like not even 6 months ago. And we decided to, take the courage and come out and start speaking up behind camera all the time. And, it's been life-changing. So like, guys, if any of you guys ever want to come on here, honestly, maybe we'll do a call-in shows at some point in the future as well. I'd love to do that. Honestly, we got so many things planned for this channel, guys, and we love each and every single one of you. No matter how much shit some of you guys talk in the comment section, we still love you. So yeah, big ups to you guys. And no preview for Kairat tomorrow because it's completely irrelevant, right?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even feel like doing a score prediction because it's like I don't even know who's gonna play. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's not something I'm really thinking about. I'm just thinking about that leads up next, which we'll get to talk about in our next show as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I second everything Anton said. A lot of stuff planned, and we're seeing some real growth in here, and we're seeing some seeing familiar faces every time we do a live is really encouraging. Like Tone, big up to you, dude. Big up to you. So yeah.
Yeah, Brian, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Please like the stream. Please subscribe as it helps support the channel, helps us grow. Because yeah, we're building something here and it's growing every day, and it's something that we're actually really really proud of. So yeah, guys, and
By the
please
way-
continue to comment because we want you to be a part of it as well.
Yeah. And by the way, the final results of our poll, I'm going to end it now.
Yeah.
That was 35 votes.
Really, 35
Yeah,
people
35
voted.
votes. Yep.
Wow.
The question in the poll was, will Arsenal win the Prem? 74% of you said yes, and 26% of you said no. So the people still believe in the Gunners, which I really like to see. I'm
still
happy
an
to see that.
overwhelming majority, still a landslide. Believe, and I really hope this is a turning point here, because man, we don't like I don't know if you're new here, like me and Anton, we want to do positive content. We want to do, this was more of a bit of a negative stream. We don't like to do negative streams. But we have to be honest about how we feel about the football club, and we love it when we could come on after wins and have chest and dream and just keep on dreaming about great things. And I really
want to
hope,
say things that I have to maybe apologize for later. You know,
yeah. So we really hope that this is going to be a turning point, and Arteta meant what he said when he said, you know, we're gonna change the way we play, and we're gonna play with courage and enjoyment. I know David says he doesn't think that we could turn it around and we're gonna revert to type. I don't believe that. I believe we have it in us to play good attacking football and play with more courage. I do believe that. I believe that this team is more than capable of winning the league, is more than capable of winning the Champions League. You know, like obviously for the champs it's a little bit of luck, but we're definitely more than capable of winning this league. We have the tools, and we just need to go out there and grab it with both hands. And I expect to see something against Kairat. I expect to see something more importantly against Leeds. So yeah. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, look, you've basically got it all covered. You know, as hard as it is, as much PTSD as we get, and look, even me, right, guys, I've had a very tough week in terms of that. Even the Villa week, when we lost, I was going on streams and people were trying to put me in the corner and shutting me up. This week, I've kind of just felt like there's nothing to shut me up about, and I hate that. It kills me inside. I hate the fact that, you know, I'm doubting the fact that we can go to Leeds away. I'm worried about that. I hate that. But as Arteta said, the rallying cry has to be that. As long as we're ahead, we just got to keep believing. We have to fucking make sure that we win this league. Do whatever we can as a fan base to make sure we do it. Let's keep our heads up, right? I think what we did today and criticize them and try to figure out what we went wrong is what we need to do. It's not, as Cal said in his on CalGunner TV, go sub. He said it's not time to put our heads in the sand either. You know, let's not be like, all right, guys, we're winning the league. Don't worry about it. Manchester United will beat us at home, whatever. No, it's you need to take that as an alarm and be like.
I honestly believe if there's going to be a turning point in this for this team, this is going to be the turning point. If there's a turning point where we go and do something special this season, this is the point where we pivot and we say, no, we're not backing down. We're not going to say die. We are going to go out there and take it with both hands. And I feel like this is it for me. Like, this is where we, you know, this is where the team decides whether they want to be champions or not, you know? So yeah, I think we deserve to lose. But I think we turn it around from here.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, guys, it has been almost 2.5 hours of a show. Thank you to everybody one last time for being in the comments section. Thank you. I mean, to be honest, we used to read off every single name. Now there are about 30 to 40 names in the list already. But yeah, DWT just now, Ryan, Tone. I'm going to give my best effort at it. Kel, I'm going to move backwards. Hashim went in. Terry Flores from the Football Terrace was in here, supporting us. Lumen, the friendly troll. By the way, YouTube, you know, thank you so much for the donation you have, but YouTube took away 19 of your subscriptions on the other day. Me and Cal were sitting in here. We're like, oh, we're 96. And we're like, no, we're on 87.
Yeah.
Nine of you nine of you, not 19. But yeah, thank you.
Parker the
Parker
Gooner.
Yeah.
This was the first time you joined, and you were part of the conversation. Big ups to
Curtis
you.
has been here almost every single show now. So big up to Curtis. Nate had Dave rattled today.
Yeah,
Big ups to Nate.
Nate put in like an absolute killer performance. Killer performance by Nate.
Yeah. Sly is in here again. Always repping.
Did you mention
us.
Curtis?
I did mention Curtis, of course. Thomas John, I think this is the first time you've given Yoker as a season. Please don't be quick to pass judgment. Did we? I love this. This has been my rally.
Yeah, I put it on screen, but that's when the chat was going so fast and you and David were speaking too. So I put it on screen.
Luke Skywalker was in here. He's from the Football Terrace, but
yeah, he's one of the mods for the Football Terrace. I'm pretty sure he's one of the big dogs over there.
Yeah. We have who else was in there? David himself.
Dave. Negative Dan.
Oh yeah, Negative Dan. And of course
also
my main man Tyrell, Kirtan. Yeah, Darkrow, and who else? In Carrick we trust.
Yeah, in Carrick we trust. Definitely a
Matthew Bullman.
I think it was the first time he chatted as well. He was a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, Liverpool fan, but I'm loving seeing rival fans anyway. Chelsea fan in here as well. And Graynon also in here. So
Tyrell's also here as well. Tyrell is pretty much in terms of like second place in terms of being here all the time. He's here almost every single stream. Like if I'd say David is probably here the most, like almost every single one, and Tyrell's here ever since he started chatting in here. He was here. But I think that's everyone. I'm big up to Tone. I think Tone's MVP because he was here from the very start all the way to the very end chatting. So big up to Tone. I think he's like the MVP of the in the chat room today.
I gotta give a big shout out to Nate though.
Nate had
David rattled.
Nate had David rattled on toast. Nate gets second place because I have to big up Tone because he was here from start to end. Start to end on a 2.5 hour stream is absolutely insane. That's that's so much that's so much of your day. So big up to you, Tone.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Again, we will be back again tomorrow. We got Seb and Jake on here. We're gonna have an Arsenal Alliance, which is gonna be a new show. We've had one this season back in November, I believe it was last time. But now it's gonna be coming. We're installing it as a regular program. So that's gonna be added upon to what this show, by the way. This is the last time this show is going to be called Fire Them Cannons. Just one more piece of business. From now on, this show will now be referred to as the Anton and Cal show, as we will be expanding the channel. So
we're gonna have different branded lives, and we're excited to you will see as well. We have a couple of surprises for you.
Yeah, so we can't wait. Really, this is kind of the last day of Fire Them Cannons as originally instated, which went 34 episodes, but now we're gonna really kick into overdrive and kind of give you guys content try every day. We've got scheduled in starting for the top of next week, every single day content. So
whether it be live streams or videos.
Yeah. So guys, keep it locked in here. Thank you again. This community is building up every single day. We will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK time. Until then, Cal and Anton out.